In the shadows where the silence speaks, I walk the line where the lost souls seek. With whispers of hope and a guiding light, I'll search the dark, bring the truth to light. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find a way, I'll draw you near. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Draw you near. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. My hope and hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light. When hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light.
Okay, hey guys. Hi. So, I don't know. I decided to come and do this live, check in. I know it was kind of a rough day and a confusing day, and everything's been confusing so far. And I feel like I'm getting a little bit of cold from my mom and my aunt were sick, and this is different than what I had before. I didn't have a runny nose and all that. So, kind of fighting that off, but I feel a little bit better. Um, you know, I can't say as to why the Dims didn't fight. I think that has something to do with fuck around and find out. Um, and they could still be investigating. Like I always said in the past, I think they were kind of wanting him to hang himself and the others around him. So maybe they're giving him a chance to do that. Um, I mean, that's kind of a feeling I get because he literally admitted to rigging the election, and people keep saying it's back from 2020, but it's not, because he's talking about when Elon went um to Pennsylvania, and he knows a lot about the election, machines. So, it's not from 2020. People keep wanting to make excuses about it. And, you all go back to, my brain is obviously foggy today. A lot of my visions are very confusing. It's been kind of up and down, back and forth, and I think it just had to do with the decisions and stuff that were made. I posted, yeah, that's something. He always self snitches, and it always happens. And I just wonder if, like, they're gonna take more look at it because of that. But again, it's almost like they still want us to kind of go through it because people are so blind to what he does. I have been arguing with people today, and it's over the stupidest shiz, and it's like, I don't understand why you guys make excuses for him. You wouldn't make excuses for anybody else that did the stuff he does and sit there and say, well, he's not a he's not a sexual predator because there was no DNA. Like that's not how it works. You know how many cases and stuff there's no DNA, and how many women are assaulted and there's no DNA. So I was arguing about that and how they say, everything's been so rough because of Biden, but that's because we had to clean stuff up. If people really looked into everything that Biden has done, Trump never did anything even close to that when he was in. His whole point to getting in anyways is so that he can have control, do what he wants to do. It's not make America great again. It's tried to make it into all about the rich and control and all of that. And I'm thinking that you have people say, oh, it's a great day today. And it's like, I can't wait if we're going to go through this for you guys to see. And sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes we have to go through the storm so others can see. And I go back to the very first political vision I talked about. And I actually posted the link on the community page. It's on TikTok, but I also have it. Whatever I post on TikTok, I usually post on YouTube. So it's got to be in the political, what's it called? The political thing of videos that I have. My mind is not working today. Like, I literally cannot think of words. Playlist, the political playlist that I have. I kept talking about us having a younger president walking onto the stage, him having dark features and blue eyes and a senator. And then shortly after that, Vance was brought into Trump's thing. So it makes me wonder if something doesn't happen to Trump and then Vance takes over and that's who I saw. And I hate to say that. I don't want that because he's just as bad. But then he could take over and then something else could happen. Maybe he screws up or whatever and they bring somebody else in. Because the only thing that throws me about that vision is I was getting like charisma and people like him more. But Vance puts on a good show, and he's good at manipulation as well. And if you watched any of the times that he's been up there, I see that a lot of people fall for his stuff. He's kind of like what do you call that? Like, they pretend to be someone that they're not. Like, he wears a mask just like Trump does. So I think he's good at, that's how he's gotten to where he was. And if you think about it, back in the day, they were saying there's no way that Vance won that election with how things were going. And I'm thinking that this is why. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So I'm thinking that's why I picked that up. But we go back to the very first vision, and I could pull it up here if you guys want to see it. I hate to, and I didn't understand it. And everybody's like, no, that's not right because now Kamala is running. And, I think there was exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I think that when people voted for Trump, they actually voted for Vance because they no longer need Trump anymore. They no longer need him anymore. All the readings of the betrayal that came in and him being possibly poisoned and having a heart attack, I still think that's going to happen. I don't know when, and I'm not wishing it. I would never wish that on anybody, no matter how much I dislike them. But I really continue to see him falling back from the podium, holding his chest. And there's the thing that really validates it for me is the guy that had the near-death experiences on the community page. And he saw the exact same vision I did. And I didn't even remember, because I try not to watch Trump, that he wore like a blue suit and a red tie. So that seems to be a signature thing. So it's got to be at some point he's there. I do think he has a lot of health problems that's being hidden because they needed him to get in office to get Vance into office. You know what I mean? Yeah, he does have blue eyes. He does. Let's see. I'll go get that just so that, let's see if the link will take me to it. And I agree, he's been groomed for that. And so, they had to put him in, right? He's not well. But I think I've been getting betrayal for a long time. For months on end, they kept showing me a vision of and what I've tried to learn is not to try to figure out what these visions mean. I'm just trying to give them, and then the way that they happen is how they're going to happen, because I can always misperceive things. And I have misperceived things in the past, and then people yell at me for it because I'm just trying to understand what I see, right? And I always see a vial of poison with a syringe on the end. So you know how sometimes CIA or whoever, when they poison someone, it looks like a heart attack. Like that's what I kept getting, and then a betrayal, that there's somebody that will betray him. But the thing that throws me is I always saw Trump in court and being held accountable in some way. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I don't know if there's like, I have no idea. And this is exactly why I didn't want to go into this timeline, because I didn't want to freak anybody out, because Spirit was showing me two timelines. They showed me Kamala being president, and then they showed me the alternative. And I think it had a lot to do with if anybody did anything about about the stolen election or whatever. But now he's admitting it. If you put it all together, right? Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. You sit there and you say you don't need votes. I don't need votes. I don't need votes. I don't need votes, right? I have all the votes I need. That was the first time. Then we have 70 bomb threats or something like that. Then you have all the data that doesn't make sense. Then you have him basically admitting to it. And I think the thing, and the reason why he's admitting to it now, is because he thinks he can get away with it, like the day before inauguration. And then he throws a bunch of other shit in there about Olympics and all that stuff to like throw things off. That's how he talks. So people aren't paying attention to what he's saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting the chills, but that's why he talks that way. It's not only to hypnotize, but he talks, so he throws a bunch of other shit in so nobody pays attention and they miss it. But he's still able, because he's a narcissist, he's going to come out, he can't hold it to himself. That's why he always admits to things. And this is why I get mad when people sit here and they go, oh, well, he doesn't mean that. Are you kidding me? Quit making excuses and hold him accountable. He means what he says. Quit making excuses and trying to change it. It would be him. Yes, he tried to steal it before, or he did steal it before. He tried to steal it again. He cheats on his wife. He cheats on golfs. Where was he headed? He was headed to prison. Come on. He had the opportunity, motive, means, and opportunity, as I've been saying for a long time. Let me see if I can get that. Sorry if I cough. I'm not trying to go like this and cough in your guys' ears and sniffle or anything. I think it has a lot to do with people. For some reason, I think that people are going to have to see things as they are, unfortunately, instead of, I don't know, they just make excuses and deflect, and it drives me absolutely insane. I hate being gaslit all the time. Like, oh, he's such a good guy. Like, he's going to save us. Save us from freaking what? Things aren't that horrible right now. We had to make it back from what he did to us last time. People think that it's just a like a magic wand. Everything's going to be fine. Here, I found it. Let me see if the link will pull up on TikTok. And the whole TikTok thing, that's all manipulation. He was the one that wanted to ban TikTok in the first damn place. And now it's all because it's to his advantage, right? Okay. So, oh crap. I just liked my own thing. Oh, accident. All right. I'm just going to pull up here so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So I didn't want to believe it. Because so many times they showed me her stepping into her crown and her bringing out her sword. I mean, I guess that could happen in the end. I know he didn't save TikTok, but that's the thing that happens when you were logging in. It was like, oh, thank you to Trump. But he was the one that said many times he wanted to ban it. People are forgetting that. The Bible would have burst in flames. That's the thing, though. He's a fake Christian. He doesn't put his hand on the Bible. He looks around when people are praying. It's so that people like him and want him to be in, because he's so godly, right? Who he reminds me of? He reminds me of those cult leaders that will talk anybody into doing anything, even committing mass unalivings. He won't. But I'm just telling you what I've seen today from people saying that. So, and then he's also going to take credit for the ceasefire. Yes, as well. He takes credit for everything that everybody else does. And it's really ridiculous because people listen to the propaganda instead of actually doing their own research. Yeah, that he reminds me of like those cult leaders that like can talk any way you do, because he doesn't ever get held accountable for anything. He can say anything he wants and people will make excuses for him. I don't understand it. If this was anybody else, I mean, can you imagine if like Obama or Biden or Kamala said half the shit he said? I mean, who could even understand what he's saying prior to the part where he talks about rigging the election, about the Olympics and all of that? Like, if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss it because he's talking about a bunch of other shit that makes no sense. Exactly, drinking the Kool-Aid. But that's kind of what he reminds me of. And also, I feel like, too, like, and Spirit has brought this up a lot of times, is that, you know, an abusive relationship, how people don't want to leave a abusive relationship. Yeah, they're brainwashed. Exactly. And I'm not saying the other side is perfect. I'm not saying politics are perfect. I understand, but yep, him and Netanyahu had a whole plan. Him and China had a plan. Him and Russia had a plan. And then now he wants to call the Gulf of America. Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, when we are in a oh really, Susie? I hadn't heard that. But when we are in a recession because he goes around and gets people around and puts them in cages like he did last time, people are all for this whole border situation, right? But they're forgetting how kids were taken away from their families and put into cages last time he did that. And it's the same border person that he had last time. So I hope that it wakes people up. It's sad that certain people are going to have to go through some shitty things for that to happen. But anyways, I want to play this video for you just so like the vision I was talking about that I didn't trust or believe. It was the very first one I got. But I think there could have been different ways it could have went. That's the only thing that I can say. Like, I don't know, because the random vision of Kamala putting her hand on the Bible, I was sitting there and I saw it. Like, why am I seeing this? Unless they're getting more evidence and they do bring it up and they impeach him. I don't know, but I always feel like he's going to have a health crisis at some point. April really stands out to me. Exactly. The eggs are going up because of the avian flu. I was asked if I had eggs out here. I was like, man, I need to get some chickens. Okay, let me.
By the way, or terms of who is going to end up being president.
Okay. I just remember this today and I was like, shit, maybe it was Vance, because a lot of people were coming on and telling me it sounded like that's who I was describing. I was like, no, because what threw me off was in one of my readings, I got Vance and Trump both crossed out. So does something happen to Trump and then Vance becomes president and then something happens to Vance? I don't know. Because they showed me both of their names crossed out at some point. So all right, I'm going to play this for you guys just so that you can see the vision I was talking about in case you missed it. Hopefully it's loud enough for you. It doesn't feel like it's very loud over here. Okay. Let's turn it up.
July 14th, 2024. Feeling like bombshell things are going to drop in terms of the election, by the way, or in terms of who is going to end up being president. And it feels like we will get a younger step in due to other circumstances that I've stated in previous Autowrites. And I don't like to go into this, but this is what was coming in. I have felt for a while that Biden, I don't like to make these kind of predictions, that Biden is unwell, and I always get a reference to his head and brain, and I don't feel Trump will get away with his misdealing so far.
Oh, there's one thing I want to say is I was watching this and I was talking about the president, the casket, the half mast. I think that was probably Carter. It didn't feel like that at the time. But I mean, it makes sense now, I guess. How things come in mixed in makes things kind of confusing.
Regardless, anything that happens with him will cause unrest as far as I'm going with that. I won't do politics. Feeling like something shifts and we get a totally different president, younger male with darker features. I always get like brown hair. I hear the word senator, so I don't know if he's been previous senator or if that's coming in for another reason. But I also see a flag at half mast, so I'm not sure if that's in relation to a president or not. And I don't like to make these predictions. Spirit knows I don't. But there's a reference to a casket, and it will repeat unless I say it. So I have to say it. Not making a prediction on anything else. I'm just giving you guys what I was shown. I'm leaving that there. I wanted to add a little bit to that prediction that was done before any of these rumors are coming on about Biden stepping down. So as you can see, I feel like we're going to have a younger candidate step in, and I actually feel like we're going to have a younger president. I feel like there's going to be a huge bombshell in regards to this, and that's just going from what I was shown. Unfortunately, I'm not thinking Biden's health is really good. I've been getting that for a really long time. I really hope I'm wrong on that. I hope that the casket and half mast and the White House that I saw is not correct.
That was for Jimmy, I think.
I just have to say what I see.
Come in that way,
The
but
guy that I see is really young. He feels like he could have like darker features, like brown hair or something like that. I don't know who any of the people that would step in, what they have to hold in office. But I get a reference to definitely brown hair. I'm not really sure on the eyes at this point. I know in the Autowrite I saw brown hair, blue eyes, and senator, and I saw that Trump's new vice president pick matches that description. You can go to the Autowrites in Autowrite 11 and world events in the YouTube videos that I have.
Well, I'm wondering the reason why they didn't do the 14th Amendment for the disqualification was because actually Jack didn't charge him with insurrection. There was something that was missing to charge him with that, and I'm thinking maybe that's why that didn't work. The only thing I can think of. Or because he wasn't being charged with an insurrection, he was being charged with a conspiracy to steal the election and all of that. But anyways, I'm almost done here.
I know, I feel like there's going to be a bombshell and we're going to get someone completely new, completely different. And I think it might kind of shake things up a bit. I think the world wants someone that's newer. I think if they can prove themselves, I mean, let's face it, politicians are sneaky anyways. We're always going to have kind of problems with who our president's going to be. We're not always going to agree. The point is that I hope that the U.S. can keep it together and not cause unrest over anything that happens, and know that kind of we like to be in control, but we're not in control in the long run. But I definitely feel like there's going to be someone younger that comes in. It's going to be someone that I think people like a little bit more. I do feel like he has brown hair. I can't see him too well. He might be kind of handsome in a way, and he might have charisma. He kind of keeps popping out to me, like, really strongly.
And I don't know who the A is. I mean, that kind of came in, it kind of reminded me of, I think Andy is his name. I mean, you would think, you would think there's a lot of things that would keep him from it, but actually there's not. There's nothing that says you can't be president if you're a felon, because I looked it up. You absolutely can, which is crazy to me because you can't even drive for Uber if you have a misdemeanor. So, but you can be president of the United States with that, he could have, yeah. I mean, we all wrote the White House. I think I wrote them about 5 or 6 times, and I thought they were going to probably, I've never seen anything about The Simpsons saying that. That was actually a fake picture that they put up there when I looked it up. I think that there might be a lot of things that happen that's just like unprecedented, right? Like Pluto and Aquarius is it doesn't really handle this energy well of these old rich people. So there could be something that happens to Trump, Vance takes over, and then I don't I don't know, maybe I don't know how she could become president at this point. I'm not really I don't know. Well, you can vote in some places. Not some felons can vote. It depends on what state. It's different in every state. Not that I'm aware of, Susie. Anyways, you guys get the idea. That was on the TikTok that I did. Fuck, I don't even know when this was. This was a long time ago. Anyways, I said senator and I described Vance. 7/19/2024. So before all that other stuff happened. So I don't know, because I don't know. I just have to sit back and wait because I don't know what any of it means. I can just like that's the thing that I'm trying to learn, is not trying to make so much sense out of what I see, because I can totally misperceive it. I don't know why I get it. So I just am trying to learn to give you guys the visions and give you what I get, and hope that, you know, however it plays out is however it plays out. No, I know he's universally hated. I get that, but what I was saying is that he fakes being he fakes it. You know what I mean? He tries to be charismatic. So I'm going to pick that up. Look. So he tries to be charismatic, and so that's what I mean. That's what, you know, and if I'm picking up that energy, it could be somebody that's just putting that energy forth. So I could have been picking up multiple people there. I don't know. So, but the ball's going off to validate something. Yeah, we all wrote a million letters, so obviously I don't even know if they read those things. I think there's no way they would have, you know, there's no way they probably have assistants and stuff read it. There's no way that they read it and still continued or still allowed it, unless they need him to make more mistakes. I don't know. I feel like, you know, what do you do when you want to catch a criminal or you want to catch somebody doing something bad? You just kind of let them go and do it, right? And you watch them. I don't know. I feel like there's been an investigation going on. I don't know. There's so many different visions that I've gotten that it's like it could happen in so many different ways. Yeah, I mean, that's how we have to do, because I think people expect us to just know what's going to happen, when it's more like we're getting visions, feelings, and hearing things, but sometimes we don't know how to perceive it, or sometimes like we have to kind of sit back and watch and see how the visions are meant to unfold. It's not like we make predictions per se. We just put out what we're seeing, and then when it happens, it's like, okay, because there's nothing we can do to change it, right? It's more or less just trying to it's going to be a validation when it happens, right? And when it happens, it'll make more sense. That's just kind of, it's the same way in cases, you know. I don't know why I get a lot of the stuff I get, but until, you know, like with all the stuff with Idaho 4, we didn't know how any of that was going to fit until he was arrested. So sometimes it's the same thing. And I've tried to teach myself, because people will use it against you as psychics, like, oh, you were wrong, when we don't know how to perceive it. We're just like giving what we're seeing, and you know, we don't control the cards. We don't control the visions. I had someone tell me, because the vision of him stumbling backwards, that I was, I don't even know the word that she used. And it's like I don't control the visions. I don't control what I tell you guys. I just get them and I tell you what they are, and whether they happen or not, or how they happen, I don't know. And I've had to kind of let the control go of trying to predict, because I don't really know what they mean. Well, you can't deport me. I've been here my whole life. So, thank you, Shannon. Me, Aquarius. Aquarius sun, Aquarius rising, and Libra moon. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different energies, and I think, like, I just now kind of learned about the timeline thing, because a lot of my predictions would just come true. It wasn't really a timeline stuff, you know, situation. Because usually if I see it, it kind of usually happens. But when it comes to this, there's so many different energies around it. I don't know. I mean, I do think he's going to have a health crisis. I was questioning that until I saw the near-death experience guy, and I was like, that's my validation. I'm just going to leave it and wait. It's like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Not that I want it to happen, but when I see things that clearly, and there's somebody that was on the other side that saw it that also predicted um, the assassination attempt, and was right about that from the other side. That was a validation that we need those kind of validations from, certain people. Hey, baby. Unfortunately, I feel like we're the laughing stock of the world right now for those people that see it the way that it is. That's what I'm saying. He's no different than Russia trying to go and invade. Just like I said, he's talking about the Gulf of America. Like, what? I know we don't want Vance. He's just as bad, but I'm just telling you that's what I saw as the vision. He didn't. It was a shrapnel or something. Well, I was better, and then my mom and my aunt got sick, and I was around them, and I think I don't know if this is like just a little cold, taking a lot of vitamins. I might be able to fight it off because of, so my nose just started running the other day, and that's kind of where I'm at. I don't feel horrible though. I just feel a little tired, but I'm starting to feel better. And honestly, my eyes are better. I went to the optometrist. My glasses are a little too strong, and she told me what drops to get, and the drops have actually really helped. So, because my eyes were making me so exhausted that I couldn't do anything. So, I'm doing my best to try to get back. Yep. And Pluto went into Aquarius, so that is a revolutionary period. Something's going to happen that's revolutionary. The only thing is, like, this timeline, they kept showing me like apocalyptic scenes, and I'm just like, no. But it was like I felt like I was in the movie Contagion, where there's like people standing like trying to keep warm and everything's all gray, and I was just like, I don't want to tell them that because I'm so confused as to why I see her hand on the Bible randomly and her stepping up with her sword and all that. But then here we go. You show me this other thing. I'm looking out the window and this is what I'm seeing. You know, and like I saw the fires in 2019 and I just wrote it down and I didn't do a video, and I probably should have, because I always like question my predictions like that, but because usually they'll happen like 3 or 4 years in advance, and then I kick myself because I'm like, I could have like done a warning. Usually when I see visions like that, or visions like world events, which yes, I'm going to do an Autowrites soon, they usually happen. But when it came to this whole politics thing, was very new to me, and like I said, there's all different things that they've given me so much in these readings that I don't even know. Yeah, and people are still questioning about Rick Allen. They say, oh, I think you got the person that was going to be just accused. And I'm like, no, Spirit does not give innocent people's names. They're not going to give me someone that's a patsy. The astrology points to one person, does not point to a group. How do you know he's not in charge of the group and he's manipulating everybody like psychopaths do? Psychopaths not realize how do people not realize how psychopaths manipulate? So I'm tired of arguing over that, because the astrology matches him. It goes right to his work. It goes right to his house. So, and people keep saying, well, you were saying like there's going to be a patsy and stuff. Yeah, because people are saying that. Like, I could pick up things that are talked about in the case. So the other stuff that I talked about, and who's to say he's not involved in Odinism? Nobody knows that. Anyways, off subject, but I just get tired of like people saying that. I don't blame you. Yeah, well, I think Putin is going to be done anyways. That is one thing that Spirit told me randomly. I'm not the only one that's gotten it. I think his people are going to turn against him, and they're going to have a woman step in or something like that. But I definitely feel like either they turn against him or something happens, because there's certain visions I've seen with Putin besides hearing that, in a room by himself, whether I don't know. Well, people are beating on the door. I'm not really sure, but thank you. I don't know about that, especially when it comes to stuff like this. Like, I don't know. I felt like I was so off on everything, but I think we just have to wait and see. For what? I think it can all kind of happen, just maybe not the way that we see it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Susie. Um, and I can't get over the rods never gave me a different answer. Unfortunately, that's what I was worried about. Yeah. I have vitamins that has elderberry and everything in it, so I'd be a lot worse if I wasn't taking that. It's like just a little cold. Yeah, I don't think it's over either, Todd. Like I said, all of this stuff could happen, right? All the stuff that I saw, just not in the way that we think. So that's why I'm trying not to make the predictions of everything I saw. Like if we go back into the readings, like it could all happen in a different way. It could still happen. They could be letting him hang himself. I don't know. Unfortunately, I feel like he is going to have some sort of health event, but it's going to look like a heart attack, but it actually won't be. He's not needed anymore at a certain point. Just saying. He actually is going to become a liability, and they're going to want someone younger, such as Vance, to be taken over. That's something that I cannot change. That is the strongest feeling that came in all the readings. I mean, that's possible. Putin did help steal the election. He did. Yeah, he did confess. I know he confessed. I know, but people have been arguing with me that I just got who the patsy was, and I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Spirit's not going to point to like fully name a patsy so that someone innocent goes to jail. Look, they're validating that right now, because so many people have fought with me over that. The fact that, oh, you just got the name of the patsy, that he's not involved because he's good at manipulation. And I think the ball is validating that because it came right now. But I mean, there was times I picked up a patsy and I picked up like Odinism and stuff, but that's surrounding the case. That's, that people don't understand. It doesn't mean that that's what's involved, but people are talking about it's going to be involved around the case. That's what people don't understand. Is like I pick up things around the case too. I even picked up the lawyers' names. So it's not, I can pick up a lot of stuff. So annoyed at defending what Libby said about a full name. It's very hard to get a full name. And I get so frustrated. But the ball validated it was Rick Allen right now. That's how I'm going to take it. So people can shut up about it, please. Oh, God. I mean, that's true, Oh, I'm not. Like, I see everything for a reason. That's why I tell people. Like, I see everything for a reason, and it's going to happen. It just might not be the way that we perceive or think it will happen. So I give it, and we just have to sit back and wait and watch. I got some new cards. I tried them on a reading I did a couple weeks ago, or a week ago. I have not tried these other ones though. They're tiny ones, and they're supposed to be symbolism. And I'm like, how am I going to figure out what the symbolism of those means? I don't understand it. But hopefully, I can figure it out. I have not. If I can find them, I wanted to show them to you guys. We can always pull some on there and see. Can't stay on too late tonight. I'm gonna have to let the dogs in. I am gonna start an animal channel though. I'm just waiting on my camera. So, you know, if anybody wants to follow that, there's going to be a big reveal over there that I went ahead and did something did something crazy. Did something crazy. Totally worth it though. Because I know not all people that are into animal channels are into like the psychic stuff, and a lot of those channels do really well, and I'm looking at it as like an extra source for, you know, when I'm not able to do readings, or you know, I need a break, or kind of like that way I have a little extra coming in. Where did I do with those? So I have these ones, but I want to show you guys the little ones, but I don't know what I did with them. I think I found them. I lost subs too. I'm like, I don't know why, but I don't know if it's because I haven't been around or whatever. But I lost quite a bit of subs, 20 something last I checked. I don't know. I didn't check the whole amount. But needless to say, dealing with people that are threatening me and calling it out, I don't know. Maybe people don't like that. You know, unfortunately, someone I thought was my friend went on White Boy's channel, and has been ignoring me for 2 months now. So that's done. Which kind of came in my readings. I was kind of prepared for it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, of course he's going to pardon the J6 crowd. Hold on, I missed a lot of things. Hold on a second. He confessed many times, but people think he was railroaded. I'm like, nope, he's just good at manipulating y'all. Just like most psychopaths. People need to learn about psychopaths. I think I already did. Oh, yeah, I already went through all these. Sorry, I'm like lost. I don't know where I'm at. What are you doing, baby? Yep, he doesn't care. He's on a control. Thank you, Mia. Well, spirit is what I always say. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. We'll see if I'm creative enough. I'm gonna get like a vlogging camera so we can add more videos here, like kind of like a little bit of vlogging stuff, paranormal. I want to do like some paranormal investigations and stuff. Shut the internet down. Where was it saying that he was gonna shut the internet down? Oh, that's Ezekiel. Oh, baby. You always come and say hi to everybody, don't you? I don't know. That's what happened before, because when I first started doing the political readings, I lost a ton of subs, and they were mostly crime based, like on his crimes, and I lost like 300 subs or something like that. And then when the election happened, I gained a whole bunch of subs, like all you guys found me. And so before it was like, nobody understands where I'm coming from, and I can't even talk about what I feel. But then when you guys came, it was like the whole energy shifted, and I was able to. So I don't know why those people left. I really don't know, unless they're listening to White Boy or whatever. Not sure. But that was a tough time for me because it was really stepping out of my comfort zone. But like I always said, like spirit has my back, and yeah, they do. They do. And it's well, I'm glad. I mean, like I said, the whole energy shifted when I gained you guys, and so I'm thankful for that. Sometimes the trash has to take itself out. I hate to say that, but that's I'm quoting Tracy on that. And you know, more people that are vibing will be here. So, yes, I know you have. And actually, I'm kind of feeling good. I had to I mean, I paid forward. People have always helped me with vet bills and stuff, and I was able to help somebody else with their dog today, so that felt really good to be able to do that. I always tell people, like, it's always good to pay it forward. And I always whenever I prayed about certain animals that I needed to take to the vet or whatever, if you help me with this, I promise I'll pay it forward one day. I had to keep my promise, but it always feels good to be able to do for others, so anybody, because a lot of the people that are talking shit are saying I'm a grifter and everything. Like, how much money I barely even make anybody. I don't like asking for donations. I barely even like doing the commercials. Otter Spirits, they're going to give me some more stuff to talk about, but it's like literally yeah, I know, Bobby, or Baby D. I like Bobby. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. He's blind in one eye. You can't really tell, but it's just like kind of cloudy, like a cloudy blue. I thought you were breaking ice out of molds. What do you mean? I'm just gonna pull some cards on the situation. So these are the new cards that I got. I'm just gonna pull them. They're from Alicia Welkser. Eli got them for me for Christmas. I used them on a case and they turn out really good. And these are the other ones that are like symbolic. I haven't really gone through them all to understand like what the symbolism is. We'll see. I just want to kind of pull them. Oh, when I was shuffling. I'm sorry. Big hug. Big hug here. Big hug from me to you. Energetically. Yeah, and even, I mean, like I tell people, even if you're letting somebody ahead of you in the line at the store, like that's helping someone. It doesn't have to be monetary or anything like that, As long as you're, and I think this is coming up because I think we also need to focus on spreading good love, good energy, hope, all of that. And yes, when I do my predictions, I'm not trying to spread doom and gloom. It's more of like to prepare people, right? But I think that, just letting people ahead of you in line, doing little things like that, sending prayers, stuff like whatever the positive energy, like that's what the world needs right now. And I think that's why I'm kind of I went into that and I want to talk about that is, I just think that paying it forward in any way, even if because I always do that. If somebody's got a couple things and I've got a basket, I'm like, just go ahead. And they're always like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, it's not a big deal. Like, I'm not in a rush, but I'm not going to make you sit here and wait. Well, you got like two stuff, So I think that that's important in little ways to pay things forward and keep the flow of that good energy going. Well, thank you, Mia. And that's what I'm saying. I prove myself a lot. Like, I don't have anything to prove. I'm not worried about the haters. I don't care. I just block them. But when it comes to threats on my life, my animals, and me, when I'm not doing anything wrong, that's where I have a problem. And then when you see somebody that was your friend on their panel, not defending you, not talking to you for 2 months, it hurts. But it is what it is. Rejection is protection and redirection. And I just don't need to be into the drama. That's what they call me a grifter, but yet they're grifting off of talking shit about people. So it's hypocrisy, right? Like, how can you call people a grifter when you're doing it yourself? I mean, yes, we come on YouTube. This is where we're entertainment. We make money, but I do free readings. I go over people's readings. I pay it forward when I can. Like, I go way beyond and above when I'm doing questions. It's like I don't even like to ask for donations or put that out there. Like, you guys don't see it ever. Like, I don't barely ever scroll it. So yeah, he does, Steph. But you know what? Steven went on his panel, and did he say anything about, I've worked with Rachelle, I saw what she did with Bradley, you are talking about things you don't know? Because that's one thing that Steven never let go of, was what he saw with Bradley and how close I was and how I had that area, like it blew him away. But yet all of a sudden he doesn't talk to me anymore. I haven't talked to him since before, like, I don't know, beginning of December. I text him, I message him, he doesn't get back to me, he ignores my comments, and then the next thing you see is him on White Boys, and I'm just like, really? Like, I went head to head, and this is not to get into the drama, I went head to head with Bullhorn Betty on hers. I put a comment like, you can't sit here and point fingers at people. Like, I did it on somebody else's channel. Like, I was sticking up for him because that's what friends do. But yet you can't go on White Boy and be like, you're barking up the wrong tree. You know, he has to know about it. You know, White Boy's, he wants to stick up for Summer Wells' parents and the Proudfoots and all of that, and it's just like, you can do that, that's fine, but don't come after me. I'm giving what Spirit gives. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. That doesn't mean you start putting out things that are bogus and trying to threaten my livelihood and everything else. No, I know. Well, I didn't actually meet him on YouTube. Actually, it was kind of weird how we met. It was through Caleb. I felt like it was divinely guided, and I feel like we did a lot of good work, but people change, things change, you know? It is what it is. Yeah, lately he has been, I know. Yeah, it's not really the like hate comments. Like I said, I don't care about those. I'll just block them. It's more like people making videos and addressing things in my past that I've already make a video about, like just like beating something into the ground where I've already addressed it. I've already talked about it. It's in my past. It's already taken care of. It's the only thing I've ever done in my life where I've gotten in a little bit of trouble. And the point is we're always supposed to strive to do better. Like, I've already talked about that, and you want to sit here and then say you're going to call the police on me and call animal control on me. And it's like, I just went through that with my cousins, and why I wanted to move, because they were constantly calling on me. I had animal control say they don't like you, everything's fine. Obviously then they even called zoning on me for the goats. Like, I just went through that. I moved to get away from that. And then you have someone coming on YouTube and spreading it. And then you have a lady that just can't leave things alone because she wasn't the one to find the missing person. So, it's just a bunch of bullcrap drama that I don't want to be a part of. Thank you. Yep, I know. His big thing was me contacting Ted. So that's why the Ted one is on members, because I just was trying not to do anything with it. And then I guess before Thanksgiving, he made another video, and it's just like, you have nothing better to bully other people and make money off of bullying other people. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we don't put energy for nothing. That's another thing. Like, we still use our energy. Everybody has different jobs. Some people are influencers. Some people are psychic mediums. Some people are healers. Some people go to 9 to 5. Everybody has a different path they're supposed to take, and we still have to. Can't live on air alone, So, and you shouldn't. Low vibrational people wouldn't follow. I mean, high vibrational people wouldn't follow low vibrational people. Do you know what I mean? If you're following that channel and you're being a part of that channel, then that's where your vibe is at. So, oh, I'm sorry. That's tough. I like I said, I try to stay in my bubble, in my box. And the only reason that I stuck up for him was because I felt like people were throwing his business out on lives and saying he was doing things that there was no proof of. And like, he of all people should know how that feels. And so I'm a true blue friend. You can ask any of my friends, Tracy, Lizzie, whatever. I always stick up for them. I always, I spoil them, I spoil anybody that's in my life, including my animals, my mom, my son. That's just who I am. And, so if I see a friend that's being beat down or talked crap about on a live, then I come to their defense even though I shouldn't even be involved in it. And it just upsets me that I'm coming here to your defense, but you're ignoring me, not talking to me, and then you go on white boy. Even though I wasn't brought up, I should have been brought up and been like, look, she's true blue. I've worked with her. But you think he would do that? And that kind of hurt me. And then it's like, I haven't heard anything. I don't like being ignored. You're not a friend if you're going to ignore me. So it's just like, and you know, a lot of my friends saw certain things and I was just like, I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they screw me over. And even if they screw me over once, I give them the benefit of the doubt till they screw me over again. And then there's a certain point where I'm over it and I'm done. He's not. And he's into the drama, you know, he's changed ever since he got involved with some other people. And like, I don't know, I did a map for Layla Santinello. I never heard anything after that. It took me a few hours. Never heard, oh yeah, this area makes sense. Oh yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I don't know. No, I know, but that's why I said I feel like we worked together for a reason for certain times. There were certain things we needed to do, and I feel like that's how people come into our lives for a reason. And you know, it is what it is. No, he'll be his own downfall with this. Like I always tell people, like I try to stay in my own lane. That's why you guys don't see a lot of people on my channel. It's because I don't trust people from just seeing how the true crime community is and all the drama, especially in Sebastian's case. That's why. No, white boy is not T-Rev. White boy is white boy. T-Rev also talks crap about me because whatever. And a lot of these people talk crap but have never watched my stuff, you know. It's like Steven saw it firsthand with his own eyes with Bradley Close, and you would think he would be like, I don't know why you're saying she's a fake dude, but no, he was talking about himself, which I understand. But you could still bring up somebody that's being bashed by this person if you're going to be on there. I mean, I would. That's me. But that's me, you know? Not everybody's like me, I guess. None of these people have room to talk. That's the thing. They all have rap sheets. And they all have problems. And, like, you have, like I always say, people in glass houses should not throw rocks. Period. And that's why I kind of try to stay to myself in my own little bubble, because you don't know who you can trust and all of that. Like there's certain people that I'll gravitate towards, like in the psychic community, like you know, like Brandon, because we're kind of on the same vibe, but I'm not going to vibe with every psychic medium, you know. I'm not going to vibe with every person, and I'd stay out of that true crime community and stay in my own box. So for me to even defend him like that, I was really sticking my neck out. Just because I felt like it was wrong, you know. None of these people have room to talk, and the thing is they make it all about drama, and then it's no longer about the missing people, and it irritates me. It's no longer about Sebastian anymore. It's who's doing what, and you know. But I come to a point in Sebastian's where it's like, I saw what I saw, how he was going to be found. The syntax validated that. Now I have to wait. Unless Spirit gives me an exact location, I have to sit back and wait, because that means I'm not meant to find him. You know what? If I was meant to find him, I would get the information to find him. But I saw he's going to be found by fishermen. The syntax agrees with that. Look at that ball go off to validate that. So yeah, that's why I don't get involved in any of those channels. But you pay attention to when the balls go off, because it's validating that. It's validating Rick Allen. Now it's validating the way Sebastian's going to be found. So, you know, the thing is we can try to find someone, but if we're not given the information, we just won't. There's a timing and a way that everything's supposed to play out. It's just the way that it goes. So yeah, well, I don't need to be attacked, so I'm just not involved in that anymore. He's going to be found the way that I seen he's going to be found, because the syntax validates it. Sometimes I need other people to validate it. You know what, the syntax, she's pretty accurate with that. What are the odds the syntax says the exact same thing as the thing I seen? You know what I mean? And then right now the ball validated that. So yeah, that's a whole story there too. I was actually in conversation with McKaylee when they got together, and that's why there was shit talked about me. Because I told her how it was about him. Exactly. And that's why I always tell people, like, the timing. Like I told Steven, you're not going to find him. You just won't. If you're not meant to, you're not going to. That doesn't mean that you know, unfortunately, you can't throw your life away and just put everything towards finding. Like, you also have to take care of yourself. This can become an obsession. There's many hours and many times where I've set on a map for hours at a time trying to find somebody, and where I've put everything into it, and it's just, there comes a time where you have to be just like, okay, you know, they're going to be found how they're meant to be found. And that's it. And it's taken me a long time to realize and understand that. I mean, we had Elijah's location too. We were told it was already searched. We had a line going through there. That was an area I kept going back to. But we had to kind of step back and be just like, all right, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Carrie Ann. I hope they do. I just, like I say, leave me the hell alone. Mind your own damn business. I'm not bothering anybody. Actually, I help people all the time. My animals are well taken care of, more than anybody will ever know. I sacrifice a lot for them. I work my ass off for them. And, you know, anytime I have any money, it goes towards them to make their life better. Whether that be a new crate, which I had gotten recently, or going to the vet, or whatever that is. I feed them the best food that I can. They have waterers that filter the water. So, I mean, you won't find anybody else that loves their animals as much as I do. Does that mean that, like, I'm perfect, everything's perfect all the time? Probably not. But I do the best that I can. I'm even wanting to, like I said, to go to a bigger place. But it's going to work out how it's going to work out. But still, the point is that I'm not hurting anybody. Everybody's loved. Everybody's taken care of. Nobody's being abused. I mean, my animals look abused to you. And when you guys join the new animal channel and you see my surprise, that I wish I could show you now, but I don't want to. I don't want people to know that that's my channel. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I've seen some people where they've definitely missed a few times. Elijah was one where we were told it was checked. I actually had somebody that was searching for me that went and asked the guy if he could search there, and they said no, it was checked. And I kept getting private property. I asked the rods that said private property. I kept getting the private property card. That was just an area I kept going back to. Then there was another case that I worked that was private that they told me they searched, and he was found in that space. So that's what I'm saying. And anybody that knows me, like my friends, my family, they know that my animals come first, because I don't have a bunch of kids. I don't have a family. Like, I have my mom, my aunt, my son. That's all I've got. And my son lives in California. And so it's not like I have a bunch of babies, a bunch of kids, a big family. They are my family. So people just leave me the hell alone. You know, mind your own business. I'm not in your life. I know. That's what I'm saying. They are. And that's what I'm saying. I get like April with Sebastian for some reason. I don't know why that keeps coming in too. April's going to be kind of a big month, I think, for some reason. Because they have nothing better to do and they're bullies, because something happened about 7 years ago they want to keep bringing up that I've already addressed in a video that I've already talked about. I'm very transparent about things. And there's, you know how like media makes it, things make like, it was a lot of truth and bullshit, and that's what he's going off of. And I have all kinds of vet bills and all kinds of pictures and all kinds of proof. Like I said, if I need to bring it out, I will. I just went through all of that. I'm allowed to have animals. I'm out here in the country. I take care of all my. I have an almost 19-year-old dog. If they were being abused, would my dog be 19? Would I have another 13-year-old dog that's never had any major issues? Obviously. My dogs aren't going to be living long time if I'm abusing them. They just have nothing better to do. I mean, can I really afford them? Probably not, but I still manage. They're still all taken care of. They still all have food every day, water every day, love every day. And when they get to a point when they're, I'm not going to have this many. I'm not getting any younger, so I'm not going to be able to do it forever. But they're my responsibility while they're here, and I don't need people getting in my shit. So leave me the hell alone. Exactly, Spicy. Leave me alone. I don't hurt anybody. I don't do anything wrong. I just try to work. I try to be Spirit's voice. I help a lot of people, and my animals have a good home. So, yep, I know, and I can guarantee you that this person is a Trumper. You can see Trumpers a mile away. He is on paper. Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's a hypocrite. You're just better off. Unfortunately, people have midlife crises and think that the grass is greener on the other side, right? But I always say rejection is protection and redirection. Yeah, no, I've been getting April for a long time. It came in one of the readings. So I think something's going to happen with Trump in April. Exactly. And just like tomorrow, I'm taking Xena back to the vet because she might have toe cancer, but she quit limping on it. So the vet was just like, well, we'll just cut off her toe. And I have to buy like an outside kennel for her because she's an LGD. She's older. She's like 8 or 9. But I want to take her back to the vet, get her x-rayed again to make sure that it is toe cancer. I don't want to just cut off her toe for no reason, but she's starting to limp again. So, I do the best. I do the best that I can. My 19-year-old, or almost 19-year-old, she'll be 19 in April. So 18-and-a-half-year-old dog, have for a very long time. She sleeps on a heated blanket. When she goes to bed, she's wrapped in a blanket on a heating pad. Her blanket quit working today, so I had to get another one. I have to wait for it now. I feel bad. I'm worried she's cold. But, you guys see how I am with my animals. Does that mean I'm perfect all the time? I don't raise my voice when I need to? No, but I always get told all the time too many, yeah, but they're here. What am I going to do? I'm not going to just go because I have a problem with saying no. I'm not just going to go and rehome all of them. You know what I mean? And I had one exception, and I ran across that one exception, and that's what I want to start the YouTube channel for. So, I don't know. We'll see. You like Trump, Candace? Oh, God. Girl, please. My vet's very, she'll probably only charge me like a couple $100. She's very affordable. Her x-rays are only like $75. So I'm lucky with her, and that's why I kind of want to stay in this area because I have such a good vet. I just bought the 3 puppies that are Zooks puppies that I've had for 4 years. That was an accidental litter because of COVID. They've always slept in the same crate, ate in the same crate, everything. And I just bought them a Kong bed, even because they've always tore up their beds and they've always tore up their blankets. $60 for this stupid bed. And it lasted 1 day. I'm just like, Jesus, really? Really, dude? So I did contact the company, but their beds aren't guaranteed, so that kind of sucks. But whatever. Yeah, no, she's really good. She's very but he does take people shit. He doesn't even talk straight, Candace. He doesn't talk straight. You can't understand what he's saying. Maybe back in the day, but not now. President Elon is really the president. Okay, I'm gonna pull some cards. Let's say pull some cards for situation. What inauguration, and after the inauguration, what does Spirit want us to know in these cards? These are my new cards. So election bought and paid for by Elon Musk. So did you guys see that his SpaceX blew up? What does Spirit want us to know about the election and afterwards with these cards, or the inauguration and afterwards with these cards? What are the messages from Spirit regarding the inauguration, Trump, the future, all of that? These are just kind of message cards. So Spirit wants to know about the inauguration. Has the inauguration, it's a message for both. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I actually do really like these cards. Very kind of poetic, right? Kind of pull a lot of them because aha, right. Nope, that's because he's a fake Christian. You don't do that, Candace. You don't do that to me. I've already seen some people be Trump supporters, and I'm like, no fucking way. He shows, yeah, he doesn't have any respect for God, the Bible, anything. It's all a show to get the Christians and everybody to love him. Like, if anybody really thinks that he's a Christian in any way, you are fooled, because, I mean, he's literally a sexual predator. So, don't have to say allegedly, because he was found liable, in case anybody forgets that. I don't know, how do you shuffle these tiny ass cards? I can't do the thing that everybody does like this. I've tried. Yep. Oh fuck. They're so tiny. Oh, I better not lose them, because my dog already chewed up 2 of my crime cards. Oh, sorry. Yeah, what I'm getting now is different than what I had before. Exactly. Hypocritical, you know. Yep, they sure have been. And that's come in the reading and everything. No, look how tiny they are. They're so tiny. Which, when I got them, I think I thought they were, I saw her use them in a reading. That's why I wanted them. Yeah, they're just like symbolic. So I have to kind of intuitively feel what they mean because I don't know the symbolism for everything. So I haven't even used them before. I don't think I can shuffle them like a real deck. Oh, there we go. That wasn't bad. What is the symbolism that we need to know for after the inauguration? I don't think it's over yet anyways. In many ways. Did I drop? It's not like I dropped something. I'm actually shuffling them pretty good. It's not bad actually. I might have to look, if I can't get anything on like what the symbolism of this is, I might have to look it up, but hopefully I can. What do they want us to know about post-inauguration in the future? What do you want us to know about post-inauguration? Yeah, it's always good to start. I like the ones that are very straightforward. Want us to know. About post-inauguration and Trump and the future. Oh. I'm figuring it out. Well, yeah, that's what I felt like today. And that's kind of what I felt like if it ended up like this, like it's for deprogramming, like people need to see. Well, I don't know if he'll be around long enough to really show much, but maybe just enough, hopefully. But you know how cult leaders are, sometimes people never see. I like to say that I don't think everything's over with. Spirits tell me to kind of do it like this. So this will be interesting. So put them on top of the other ones to give kind of an extra clarification on the cards. So hopefully I can understand this. Huh. Okay. Huh. Well, that turned out pretty good. Actually, these cards validate the cards that I pulled before. So I wanted to try that because I've never done that before. So I'm doing something very new right now. There's something. I've always said I felt like they're trying to make him hang himself. Like, there has to be enough evidence. So, him admitting all that, you don't think they didn't hear that? Yeah, he'll be a martyr, unfortunately. I always saw, like, a weird-ass statue of him. I hope not. Like, an underground group of like, bowing to a weird-ass statue. Yeah, I am stuffy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was sick. I had something completely different. It was achiness. It was a sore throat. I got a little bit of a cough at the end because I was on antibiotics. It didn't last very long, and then it started coming back. My mom and my aunt had a cold, and I was around them, and I think I got it because originally I didn't have a stuffy or runny nose or a cough, but theirs did. So I think I kind of got with that. For like 2 days now, I've been getting a runny nose, and so yeah, I took some some Dayquil, and more vitamins. So I don't know. Yeah, so I'm stuffy. All right, so these are going to be interesting. All right, because I put one of the small ones on each of the big ones. So he did. Yes. All right. Masculine energy fills the air, which is interesting because it really very much does. Bell. Okay, so you could take as like the bell ringing. Inauguration day, ding, 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 masculine energy. Like you could take it like that. That's the first card. Okay. Then we have a loyal heart stands firm in chaos, and we have the fish. I'm trying to think. Fishes are symbolic of. They kind of, they swim. It's kind of like just keep swimming, right? They're also, they have a lot of ancient, I think, symbolism to them. Certain fish are symbolic of abundance. So, depending, but there's somebody that's going to stand firm in the chaos regardless. And they could kind of like, with that fish, like just keep swimming, standing firm. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I do too. They're kind of cool. These are Alicia Wellixer. I'm probably saying her name right. She does the crime cards. So then we have unexpected kindness reveals true intentions, and a door. So what happens with the door is you open the door, you walk through it. Through the door, there could be, like, here's a gift. We might receive a gift of some sort. And there might be some true intentions that are revealed through a gift from somebody that's like on the other side of a door. That's how I can take that. Okay. Doing it, I've never done it this way before, so hopefully it's correct the way that I'm doing it. I kind of use them for like clarification. Then we have an unexpected twist changes everything. Okay. For the globe, for the world. This one was the most like in your face card. So there's going to be some sort of unexpected twist that's going to change things for the world. Globe. That's how you could take it. This is literally a world globe. All right. So that makes sense, hopefully. And then we have follow the trail of forgotten memories and the egg. So forgotten memories, if we think about, a lot of people forget what Trump has done, and all of that. But if you follow the trail, like kind of history repeats, he's going to make the same mistakes. We had the egg crisis, but I don't think it's that. I don't really know the symbolism of an egg. Oh, it's interesting. 45 is there. That was what he was before, and when he made those memories. So that's kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of like Humpty Dumpty, the egg sat on the wall. I don't really know the symbolism of an egg, other than it can be fragile. Okay, so eggs can be kind of fragile. When you crack an egg open, you get to the inside of things. I'm kind of going off of symbolism here. It could be a reference to springtime, yes, but it's kind of like eggs can be fragile, right? But people need to really follow the trail of forgotten. Like, they need to be reminded. Okay, so they need to be reminded of the past and those forgotten memories. Okay, that's how I'm going to take it. And then we have 45 as the egg, but again, an egg can be fragile. 45 is the egg. Maybe he's fragile. Okay. I think he's more fragile than me. I know, but I keep going back to this 45. That's, he was known as 45 before he became president again. But follow the trail of forgotten memories of when he was 45. Okay. And then again, we have this fragile, that's how I'm taking the egg. It's like a fragile thing, right? And then we have light can be found in the darkest of corners with the heart. So that's kind of an interesting card to come in with the heart right there. So regardless of how things seem right now, there is light that can be found in these dark corners. And, giving from the heart, pouring from the heart, putting love out there to the universe. Heart represents love. It represents the heart chakra. 4 is also the month of April. But, light can be found in the darkest of corners. So although things may be dark right now, there's still light. There's still light that's going to shine through. Okay. That's going to help our hearts heal and help us get through this. That's how I'm going to look at that one. Each ending whispers of a hidden start. Look at that. It's interesting. It's kind of like a cemetery. And here's the hourglass. Like, time is running out. And you look at the hour. You look at an hourglass. What is an hourglass? Right? It could be April heart attack. Yeah. Remember, I've been getting the heart for a very long time. So that could actually be something to do with this heart. Like, cards can have multiple meanings. So yes, definitely it could be. And then we have right after that, we have this card that looks kind of like a cemetery. That's like each ending whispers of a hidden start. So there's a hidden start out there that we don't know about. There's going to be something that ends and something that new that starts, which kind of what we've been getting, right? And then we have the hourglass. It's only a matter of time. And when I'm saying certain things, I'm hearing it. So Spirit is kind of helping me along with this, but it's only a matter of time till we have an ending that's a new start. Okay. This is interesting because an unexpected guest brings change. Whistleblower, somebody that we don't know about that could bring some certain kind of change. Maybe somebody else that ends up being president. The cross is with that one. So, the cross is a symbol of faith as well, to have faith that somebody else is going to bring change, an unexpected guest, somebody that's going to come in that we're not aware of, that somebody might whistleblow or talk about things. And I always think of like the cross as like a symbol of hope. It can also be, again, when you think of a cross, you kind of think of like a cemetery or something like that. Not that I am guessing. I'm not like that. I'm wanting that. Okay, so I don't want people to twist my words. So I think it's, we're gonna have somebody that's an unexpected guest, somebody we don't know about, might bring some change. And A symbol of hope right there, a symbol of faith. Have faith in that, okay? Then we have drama, distracts from the truth, which we know that's been happening for a very long freaking time. And this is, the sunflower. Sunflowers are always about, hope. They're about brightness. They are about, let me look up what sunflower means because I don't really know. So. It's almost like there's hope on the other side, because sunflower is always usually like a bright meaning to it. Yeah, drama distracts from the truth, but on the other side of that, they represent longevity, healing. So they do represent healing. So we can get some healing that's going to come from all of this, but really we've got drama that's distracting, which that's been happening for a long time, and longevity. So also we've been dealing with the drama for a while, and the longevity of that, the longevity of the drama, unfortunately. So this is hidden alliances can be our greatest strength, and here's a compass. So that's interesting because we have hidden alliances, I think, when it comes to NATO, when it comes to other countries, and when it comes to each other, right? And so there's going to be some alliances that are going to show strength, and the compass, they're going to be guided. They're going to be guided to do so. There's guidance here of hidden alliances being strength. Okay? I know, me too. Yeah, unfortunately, Priscilla, that's their lessons to learn. We can't change everybody or get to anybody, get to everybody. But also the compass, sometimes as a symbolism. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how I'm taking it, like our alliance, like NATO and other countries and people that are alliances, and then the compass is going to show them the way. Like that's our guide right there, is our alliances. Because our compass guides us, right? And then a single thread can unravel the whole tapestry. So all we need is one thing and everything comes undone. But with that is the anchor. So, we have to feel anchored, right? But that's going to be that one thread, that one string. It's going to unravel everything. Also, ships. You think of ships being like something to do with ships, maybe as well. It's about stability and grounding. The anchor is. So there's stability, or what is stable right now, becoming unraveled. It's also a symbol of hope and strength. So having that hope and strength, knowing that something's going to unravel. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yep. I posted all that. Yep. So there's multiple meanings on that one. Okay. The moon reveals what the sun conceals. Book. So, could have something, I'm getting the chills, could have something to do with a full moon, one of the full moons, something happening on a full moon, or just things coming to light, right? Things coming to light and revealing things. When we think of the moon, we think of like intuition, but we also think of things that can be hidden in the dark, right? This is like the moon coming out and shining its light, but a book is there. So that could be maybe someone writing a book. It could be, information that's like a book coming out. This could be any sort of information, huge revelations, things like that. So yes, refusing to sink could also be the anchor. Now we have veils of deception obscure the view, which we know, right? We know that we've been deceived with the election and everything else, and that's obscuring the view from what's to come, because we're being deceived. And with that, the mountain, so we have to climb a mountain and overcome those veils of deception. Unfortunately, that's been something we've had to climb, is the mountain. Yeah, knowledge can be the book, yes. So climbing the mountain to bring those veils of deception and open those veils of deception and bring everything into view. Yes, Jack Smith's report, for the book, correct. Interesting. We have the clingy behavior smothers growth. And then we have the wheel. It reminds me of like the Wheel of Fortune, like things turning in a specific direction, about clingy behavior. Is this Elon being clingy with Trump? Is that going to be part of the wheels of motion? That's kind of what makes me think of it, right? I have to look up this meaning because I really don't know what. I know horseshoes are luck, right? I just want to make sure. That's what I thought of right now. Okay, that's what I thought. It is okay. So horseshoes are luck. Okay. Because this next one is lots of what? Not sure what you're saying, Egyptian princess. You need to explain yourself. So I don't kick you out for misunderstanding. A couple ushers in the blend of a mystery. Somebody that's a couple, doesn't have to be a male and female, but a couple, two people, are going to usher in a blend of mystery, and there's going to be luck about that because we have a horseshoe. Horseshoe is about luck. So luck with somebody coming forward with some information. It is protection from evil. Yes, correct. So there might be somebody that's a couple that's working towards it. We could take that as Biden as Kamala working behind the scenes. We could take it as somebody else that are whistleblowers that know something. But yes, horseshoe is for luck and is protection from evil. So we're being protected in certain ways, but I feel like we still kind of got to go through it. So there might be a couple that's going to bring in some mystery here. What is TDS? Oh, no, the only one that's deranged are you guys. Yeah. The only ones that deranged are the people that love a rapist. So resilience will carry you through the storm. I think this is more of something for the collective, right? what's so interesting about the snake card is we are in the year of the snake. Trump is a snake. I find that interesting. Resilience will carry you through the storm in this year of the snake, with the snake as the leader. That's pretty much in your face. So, yeah, that's how I take that. That. Yep, and Trump is also the year of the snake, in case nobody knew. I mean, obviously, he's always talking about that snake poem and stuff, but really, resilience is going to carry us through the storm in the year of the snake, and I think there's going to be ups and downs, you know what I mean, and against the snake. So that's a very straight up card. And then this one is good too. This is the very last one. An unstable foundation needs rebuilding. And what card do we get with that? But the Phoenix rising up out of the ashes. So what happens? Phoenixes rise up out of the ashes after they have fallen. So an unstable foundation needs rebuilding. You're rebuilding, and rising up from the ashes is a phoenix. That's a good card to end on. So eventually we're going to rebuild. We're going to rise up out of the ashes, as we always do. Unfortunately, sometimes things have to fall to be rebuilt. So he does love that snake poem. It's because he is one. And the negative aspects of it. Not saying that snakes are horrible, because they also represent rejuvenation. And so that's another thing with the snake, right? Snakes are rejuvenation. It's healing. Those are the good sides of the snake. So we're rejuvenating, resilience, healing. Okay. So what did the Phoenix? What's funny, Natalie? Another troll or what? You know, trolls are funny. They have nothing smart to say. They just want to come in here and laugh. Why are you even here? Like, at least have something intelligent to say. I'm not putting up with shit no more. I'm not in the mood today. I've dealt with enough bullshit from people that are just cannot see the forest for the trees. You know, I get really irritated about what really bothers me the most, besides all of this stuff, is the fact that he's a sexual predator and people are okay with that. And then they sit there and they make excuses and they say, well, it wasn't a criminal case. Are you going to tell your daughter that if something happens to her or somebody else's daughter, something happens to them? Are you going to sit there and tell them, oh, well, you know, are you going to victim blame them? No. So why would you do that to anybody else? Do you know what I mean? It really irritates me. And then you want to sit there and say, oh, well, there's no DNA. She was 13 years old. She's being threatened. We're talking about Jane Doe. Of course there's no DNA. Half of the freaking sexual assault cases don't have DNA. Neither do murders. I'm sure they didn't happen. You know? Yep. So we're just gonna people are gonna have to learn the hard way. I mean, April is very well highlighted. It's been highlighted for a very long time. So but that was really interesting. Did you guys like that, the way that I did that? Yeah, you sit there and you want to make all these excuses and say and victim blame, and he has an MO. Like, it's not the first time. He sat there and said he touches it whenever he wants to. He told people that, just like he's telling people about stealing the election. And you know, people are telling him, I mean, people are sticking up for him. Like, really? Like, what if that was your daughter? What if that was your daughter's daughter? What if that was any other women that you respect? Like, why should we be saying, oh, because we don't know you, you're lying and you have no evidence? You know how many sexual assaults have no evidence, but yet he's sitting here telling you what he does, and all of the people that are coming forward are saying he does that. I don't think that a 13-year-old is going to lie about what him and Epstein did. And the only reason she didn't go ahead with it was because her life and her family was being threatened. You know, as a victim myself, I didn't come forward for about 20 years. So all these people that sit here and say, oh, you know, E. Jean Carroll, she waited too long. Sometimes we don't want to, because sometimes people don't come forward because of who's involved. They're afraid they're not going to be listened to. They're going to be victim shamed, and they're going to be blamed. And it drives me crazy. And that is my biggest pet peeve, is that women that support him are disgusting. And you should never support a sexual predator that's been proven to be one. So that's how I feel about that. You know how many sexual assaults don't have evidence, you know? He literally, I'm sure 26 women don't have all the same story for nothing. It's an MO that he has. And if that was anybody else, people would be like, put that guy in jail. You know what I mean? Thank you, Marilyn. That's how I feel. I have a shirt that says that too. I have one on my my website too. That's similar to that. But that's my biggest pet peeve. I was arguing with somebody today, and they're like, oh, there was no DNA. I'm like, dude, she was 13. She didn't come forward till she was 18. Sure, if you went through something as traumatic as that, she's never changed. Jane Doe has never changed her story. You can look at her and watch her and see what she's been through. You can see it in her face. You can hear it in her voice. And then obviously the shirts, you can go to my link tree, and they're if you go into the merchandise, or you can go to any of the videos, the merchandise is listed. So let me see if I can get the link tree, and I'll post it in the merchandise is in there. There's astrology stuff too. Here's the link tree. It's one of the newer ones, so it should be at the top. Just go to the merchandise. Yeah, it does, because I've kicked people out of the group because I don't like victim shaming. When you start telling me, oh, there's no DNA, oh, it's just allegations. No, it's beyond that. The dude, he has an MO. What he said he does, he is now, women are coming out and saying he did it to them, and he admitted to it on a tape that was used as a confession in the court. Thank you, Marilyn. That's what I'm saying. Anybody else would have been jailed so long ago. You or I would have been in jail. And you can't get half the jobs here just by having a misdemeanor, but you can have a felony and be president. That's so stupid to me. I don't know why Biden didn't change it, or somebody changed it or something. Yep. And Trump would always delay too, because he was just trying to delay it. They had motive, means, and opportunity to steal the election. Then he admits to it. Then he says he doesn't need votes. And then the data doesn't match. Like, come on. You see a moving out of US. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry, Marilyn. And that's what I'm saying. Like, any women that supports a man like that has a history of this, that's been found liable of it in court. It doesn't matter if it's criminal. It doesn't matter if it's civil. He's still been found liable, and he's hanging out with traffickers such as Epstein and Diddy, and he's best friends with Epstein, and Epstein's talking about all these things that he did. And there's witnesses that put him and Epstein together, and she comes out, Jane Doe, and says, they did this to me, and you're not going to believe that? Come on. They're best friends. They're doing things together. Trump was trafficking women from China. 7 times on the flight log, yes. And that's the only things we know about. Then you have someone that's sitting there saying, they ask him if he's going to release those files. Yeah, you'll never see those files. He'll probably burn them now. Anybody that wanted to see the Epstein stuff. So he backtracked. Oh, there might be fake stuff in that. Yeah, I wonder why. Because you know you're in there. Yeah, that's all we can do is be the victim, be the voice for other victims. And I can't handle how women support him. I get disgusted by it. I get disgusted. If being a sexual assaultist is not enough for you, then I don't know what to say at this point. Like, where are your morals and values? And that's when I started this whole like trip down this lane and it's a criminal. This is a crime channel. So of course I'm going to talk about those crimes. Of course I'm going to stand up for victims, and that's where it started. So that's my biggest thing. The rest of the stuff is just topping on it, right? But that's my biggest thing. There is no morals on the MAGA side. Exactly. And don't they think it's weird that they're called MAGA, like they have their own group name? Apparently, yeah. And that was my point. And I got and what irritates me the most is people will come up and they'll say, I really like your true crime stuff, but you're wrong on the politics. I'm sorry. If I'm good at true crime, then I'm good at the politics. But not only that, this is true crime. True crime does not have to be a missing person, it does not have to be a murdered person. It is any type of crime. You can Google what the meaning of that is. So his wife can't stand him. I've seen so many videos of her like pulling her hand away, pulling away from him. Of course, he probably stinks. I was thinking about Obama. Man, Obama probably wants to plug his nose right now of him in the diaper. You know, we want a president that poops their pants apparently now. So when we're in a recession because he decides to go and put people in cages and bump up the tariffs and start issues with our alliances. Like, I know that she wouldn't kiss him. She always pulls away. She pulls away from kissing him. She pulls away from his hand. Like, I seen a video of like a bunch of different times. Exactly. Justice is justice. And he's a criminal. He is a felon. Look at Ivana. Sorry. Ivana. Look at that situation. She was just getting ready to come out with a book, and all of a sudden she falls downstairs. She never goes on. She's the one that started this in the first place with me anyways. But, you know, her hair was ripped out. She was beat. We have Jane Doe's situation. Like, all of that's crime. So when Spirit wants me to talk about that, I'm going to talk about it. I literally lost a friend since kindergarten. So 40 years of friendship because I can't understand. Shoot, I've lost people over Trump too. And it's just like, okay, well, we're not on the same vibe anymore. If that's what you support, then we don't have anything to talk about. That's why I tell people that are in my group that want to sit there and say, well, I love Trump, you're wrong. I love your true crime stuff, but not this. If you want to support a sexual predator, we have nothing to talk about. You don't belong here. And it's fine if you want to leave. People that belong here will just find me like they did last time. And I'm not worried about it. I think it's weird. Does anybody think that, okay, so when you guys are watching the rallies and stuff, like seemed like he was very ill and not right, very pale, right? Then all of a sudden you see this bruising on his arm, like maybe he got a blood transfusion or something like that, and then all of a sudden he's more perked up. But if you watch how he talks, like he just rambles about stuff that makes no sense. The Olympics and I don't even know, whales and crazy shit. But yeah, but his energy got back after after all of that. He had no energy behind him though. No, it's beyond makeup. Like he's more like bright now. He's got more energy, more spunk now, right? Like he doesn't seem like he's completely failing like he was. It's okay, Candace. It's okay. And he had no energy behind him that whole election either. Oh, shoot. Trump canceled all the flights to Afghanistan to rescue refugees, including family members of active duty and unaccompanied minors awaiting reunification with their families. Yeah, because he doesn't care about anybody. He is on Adderall, and I think he sniffs it. And I think he's done. I get coke. So, and then you have Elon that's on his stuff. And how many times in the readings did I pull the drug card? Like a million. That's what I'm saying. Because I think they're trying to keep him alive because they needed him to become president so Vance can step in. Like, they don't need him anymore past a certain point. And that's what I'm saying with the whole poison. Like, it's going to look like a heart attack. The only thing that confuses me is when I was falling asleep years ago, that's when I saw like a weapon pointed at him and like him X out and stuff. And so so now I get a little confused when I see him stumble back, but I really think it's the heart because of the way he holds his chest. You know what I mean? And then he ends up in the hospital. Ketamine, yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. And you could tell he shouldn't even be allowed to be, he shouldn't even be allowed to be where he is. He's not a citizen. He's on drugs. Like, why is that not illegal? Because Trump can do whatever he wants. I'm telling you, he has cancer. I've been getting that for a very long time. Now, he's got a lot of health problems that people aren't aware of. His heart, right, is a big one, but also I keep getting his blood. So it's either blood flow cancer. I feel like it's cancer. I could be both because of his heart. So my neck just started hurting for some reason. Yep. He's never showed a report. That's what's crazy. Like, that should be required. Biden did it. Kamala did it. And he could hire somebody to do his makeup. He does. He looks totally different. Like, he looks older. I get that the makeup does something, but you know what I mean? Yeah, you can totally tell the difference in the energy of people that support somebody like that and the people that don't. Do you know what I mean? I don't have any Mucinex right now. I'll try to get some. Like this, I just can't. But my eyes are better. She told me these drops to get, and they've helped a lot. But my prescription's too strong, so actually my eyes got better. So I have to wait for a new prescription. That'll help a lot. And I think once I get over this cold, so maybe I've been more run down because I was getting this cold thanks to my mom and my aunt. But I don't think I got it as bad because I was already sick. So you kind of go backwards. But Saturday I started getting a runny nose. So, and I haven't been able to catch it. No, and he took all those documents too. And all the documents he took and just showed everybody, Putin and his buddy and everybody. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. And I think in my reading I picked up like powder. Well, I don't know if it's he was said that he did coke a long time ago from people that were on The Apprentice with him. So Putin though he's gonna be done a different way. I don't think he's gonna be done with it in a medical issue. I don't know if like people are gonna turn against him or he's gonna kind of. I don't know. I see him in a room alone, and but Spirit said he was done a while ago. So, I don't know. I want to go dig that up so bad. Ivana's grave. I want to go dig it up so bad. There was drones flying over it. And I'm like, oh, is somebody gonna like dig in there? Yeah, some people can get it without having fentanyl in it. It depends. I mean, they're rich, so. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's where I'm getting at. Like, this is, I've never done politics before, and I think the whole reason this came in was because he's a criminal and there's a lot of crime attached to it. And it makes me upset that people can't see him for who he is. And the same thing with spiritual people. When they're sitting there supporting somebody like this, that is this dark, that is this evil, that has done all these things, you're going to sit there and support that, but you say you're of the light? No. Like, how are you going to support Trump, who is a sexual predator, when you are supposed to be of the light? It makes no sense. And it drives me absolutely insane. And then you sit there and you see people say, oh, he's going to bring everything to light. He's going to bring all the swamp to light. He's going to expose everything. No, he's not. He is the freaking swamp. They're all reptilians on that side. Spirit showed me them all being reptilians with sticking out their tongues. And so, yeah, he is the swamp. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. I try my best, Jo. I do. Exactly. And they don't see that. You know what they do is they deflect and they go to Biden and Obama and all the conspiracies about all of that. And I'm like, how are you ignoring all of these allegations and things on this side and who he's aligned with? But you want to flip the script and deflect and go the other direction. But you're ignoring that. It drives me crazy. He is the swamp. I've been saying that. I wish they would like send a drone over there and like have x-ray vision into the ground. That we could see. I mean, there's obviously more spiritual people that are against him, and those are the ones that are woke, but then you see these astrologists that like Trump, you see these psychic mediums that like Trump, and it's like, what kind of energy are you reading? What are you condoning? That was my biggest thing. You are condoning a sexual predator. So I mean, that's my biggest pet peeve. I mean, everything else is just like icing on the cake, but I cannot handle that because I'm a voice for victims. So like I said, if people want to support a sexual predator, this is not the place for you. I will argue with you all day long or just mute or block you. Like, don't sit there and say, and then I had somebody come on and make a comment because I posted the pitch because I couldn't post the video, right? Because it was a clip, but it was posted in the group. But you can go and find it. Just go watch the rally. But it was, the writing that comes up with subtitles, right? And she was like, sometimes subtitles are wrong. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, the subtitles are not wrong. He's literally saying it out of his mouth. You can go hear it yourself. I literally quoted on the post what he said. So the excuses are insane. I wish I could get away with half the shit he gets away with. Not like I would want to. I'm just saying. Used to watch someone, but I can't get through her videos, and she hints at Trump being yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these psychic mediums think that he's going to be a savior and he's going to, show everybody, expose everybody. Those are his best friends. He's not exposing them. That's why all of them go to jail around him, but he doesn't. What the heck? Yeah, like I said, this like kind of came out of nowhere. This is different than what I had before. When I was sick before, this is different. I had just a sore throat and I was really achy and I started getting a cough and then I got better. So this is like, I didn't even have a runny nose with that one. So I don't know. I kind of feel like it's like a head cold like that my mom and my aunt gave me, but I'll try. I don't have any of that right now. So I'll have to get it from the store. Oh, you definitely can't. Trust me, I've tried. But that's why he loves the uneducated. They just listen to propaganda. And it's not enough that literally it was said that, I had somebody else that said that Kamala got a nurse kicked out of her house, and then the nurse ended up having a seizure or something. And I was like, for one, like, she can't make anybody have a seizure. For two, where's your proof on this? Is this another propaganda thing? Because they also said that she hit somebody with a car and kept going. So where are you hearing this from? Because the right wing, Russia and everybody was putting all these false stories out, and everything I looked up was a nurse was threatening her life, and all the nurses were backing her. So I couldn't find anything on that. But no. I know. I have soup, actually. Actually, this is kind of the worst I've been. I started just with a runny nose, but I'm starting to feel it more like in my throat. Like, how it gets like scratchy when you want to kind of cough. I took a Dayquil before I came on, but obviously it's not doing anything. I don't blame you. You can't. That's the thing too, is like, you can't be on the same vibration with somebody that doesn't share your values and who you are as a person and supports things that you don't support. It's okay to unsubscribe and leave them if you don't if you don't align with them vibrationally either. People change and shift, and unfortunately even light workers get brainwashed. So you can't. I mean, unfortunately, I still try. I still try. But Tracy, I sent you the link. I'm gonna have to get off here soon. It's getting cold outside for my babies. Yep. He is a con artist. I mean, he's not a good businessman. He bankrupted several companies, bankrupted a casino. The Apprentice said that they lied about who he was. He's not a good businessman. He never has been. Now he's grifting. Have you ever seen any other presidents try to sell the shit he has? Look at his stupid little coins now. Everything's about him. Ridiculous. Who are you, Shills? I don't know who that is. No, this just started on Saturday. I thought it was allergies, but then I think I got it from my mom and my aunt. But I just been taking vitamins. I didn't take them yet today. I actually haven't drinking any tea. Yeah, my vitamins have zinc in them. I think I have onion. Don't have any garlic. I know you could take onion or garlic, put it in honey, leave it, eat it, but I don't have a way to do that. I mean, I have to go to town tomorrow to take Zeta, so we'll try to pick up some things. Yeah, I do have zinc. They're zinc, elderberry, echinacea, vitamin C, extra vitamin C, D. There's a whole bunch. I take a vitamin that has everything in it. And it has 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, but then I have extra 1,000 milligrams, so I take extra. I've been taking like 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C, but there's zinc and everything in it. So, yeah. You're cheating on me, Tracy. What the hell? No, I sent it to you when I got on at 5:45. Yeah, some kind of gold-plated coins, and I don't know. Gross. I don't think we're going to have to, I don't think it's going to be 4 years. Something's going to happen with him. We might end up with Vance, or something might happen, because I've seen both of their names crossed out. So why that is, I don't know. Like, I don't even want to guess. I don't even know anymore. I know I got it on my road trip. Only Tracy knows the surprise. I'm waiting for my camera so I can start my new channel. Well, he doesn't talk to me anymore, and he went on White Boy Radio. So as much as I appreciate that, it would be nice if he would, like, quit ignoring me for 2 months. He hasn't commented on any of the comments. He hasn't messaged me. I've texted, I've emailed, texted, messaged, whatever. And then he went on White Boy Radio, who is a horrible person. So I'm glad he's doing that, but he's off with this drama and not being a friend. He's just ignoring me. So what do you want me to say about it? I appreciate that, but my feelings are hurt. I thought he was different. I thought he was a better friend than that, and I really didn't think he would go on White Boy's panel. So somebody that's been bad mouthing me for over a year, you would think when he was on there, he would have been like, she's legit. I've seen her, but whatever. I don't know what to think anymore, because he doesn't talk to me. So if he talked to me, it'd be different, but he doesn't. And you can't say I'm a bad he's a bad communicator, because I've been texting him and there's nothing. He talks to other people, but not me. So I don't know what to say. Oh, you're forgetting the steaks, Tracy. Wow. Guitars, sneakers, watches. Oh yeah, assassination sneakers. It just means, like, they're not, like, whenever you cross out a name, what does that mean? Like, they're not around. That's how I take it. I don't know what that means, but. And you remember the I think that the blowing up of the car was maybe the Tesla. Unless there's another one that's gonna happen. I don't know. But he's gonna mishandle a pandemic if we have one again. Yeah, we are live right now. He has his own Bitcoin now launched on Saturday. Yep, that's what I mean. They're literally doing a heist with the Bitcoin thing. Yep. That's what I've tried to tell people about Ukraine, is that he's just going to hand them over to Russia, because, the only reason they're in that situation in the first place is because of him. Because President Z didn't do what he wanted when it came to Hunter Biden, so he took his aide, left him vulnerable, and Russia came in during Biden's term, so it looked like it was Biden's fault. It was all Trump. Hey, long time no see. I understand that, but you could still be a friend and talk to someone without putting them in the middle of things. I appreciate you not being in the middle of things. It's fine. I'm just like, whatever. I'm not going to keep chasing someone to be my friend and try to be there for him and stick up for him, because I've stuck up for him with several creators who were putting his shit out there, and I was like, you need to stop, because you don't know this guy. You don't know anything about him. So I've always stuck up for him. So unfortunately, like I said, I like him. I've always respected him, but he doesn't talk to me anymore. So what am I supposed to think? You don't talk to me and you go on White Boy Radio. Like, how would that make anybody else feel that's supposed to be a friend? Like, I haven't talked to him for 2 months. I've texted him, I messaged him, and there's no response. Like, I'm not going to just keep chasing, I think he's a good guy. I think he's too much in the drama, and I'm sorry that all this stuff has happened to him, but I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I'm trying to, like, just see how you are, and I don't get a response. Like, I don't know. Like, that's not how friends act. So I appreciate him saying good things. Like, he didn't come to my aid over white boy, you know. He went on his panel, but knowing that he has been causing me problems for over a year, whatever. I don't want to be involved in any other drama anyways, so it is what it is. But when someone doesn't reply to you for 2 months, what are you supposed to think? He's always kind of spoke highly of me, but his actions always speak louder than words, right? If someone's a friend, they're a friend, not just when you need them. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe something like that, Gia. It could be. Because I did see someone that looked like Vance walking on stage and become president. Like, that did come in last July. So before all this other stuff. So yeah. He did cheat. But the thing is like, even when he's saying it with his own mouth, you still have people that are like, oh, he meant that in 2020, or making excuses, you know? No, I mean, I'm glad he's speaking highly of me, but I don't know what to say. Yeah, I know. What are you talking about, Susan? Do you even know everything that Biden's done for the country and all the things he implemented to try to help people? We don't need a rapist and somebody that wants to control and have a dictatorship as president. Needed this change? Do you guys realize how long it takes? Do you know that the Biden administration took over a mess of $8 trillion and had to get us out of a recession of 9%? So, if you want to support a sexual predator and a criminal and someone that is a narcissist that doesn't care about you, then you really need to look inside of yourself. There's nothing that Biden did to hurt us other than to bring us out of a recession from 9 to 2.9. And you should be thankful, because I'm so sure that all of people's loved ones want someone that thought that COVID was a joke, and because of the way he handled it, 1.1 million people died. I doubt that you people go to someone who lost a loved one to COVID and tell them, oh yeah, he did such a great job, sorry your loved one passed away. Do people even know how economics work? I really wish you guys would go back to school and learn how economics work and realize that he had to get us back, and yes, things had to be high because of that. Now, if you think that the tariffs and chasing people around and putting them in cages is going to help anything, it's going to put us in a recession by mid next year, according to all of the people that study this and are that knowledgeable in this. You guys are listening to propaganda, and that's the problem. I hope that you get out of the cult one day, but I really think this is not the place for you to be. Sorry, sometimes I have to do that because otherwise it'll drive me crazy if I don't say something. So I'm so sorry, Natalia. People don't even look at all the things that Biden passed. He did. Yep. Dude, I try. It's so hard. They're so blinded and so stuck in the cult that it's like they can't see the forest for the trees, and I hope that they become deprogrammed one day. I did, but sometimes I like to tell people off first. I hear that a lot, that we needed this change. Golden age, because he's old. Well, he's 79, so he old, as in golden old. And that's what's funny to me is people are so hypocritical. You want to complain that Biden was 80 years old, but yet you bring in a 79-year-old. Okay? Y'all say you don't want an old president, but you went in and allegedly elected another one. We all know that he wasn't really elected. So anybody that thinks he was doesn't have their eyes open. You know? A dirty old man is who you elected. They can't even talk about policies, doesn't even know what he's doing. He just talks in circles about shit that don't matter. Birds fucking flying into windmills, and the whales are making, I don't know, I don't remember what he said. It's a bunch of stuff that makes no sense. I just, I hate to say it, okay, because we have to go through it. But I really want people to see this. I really want people to experience what it wants to do. I mean, they should have already seen him starting to put things into a plan. I have a concept of a plan, yes. And I'm a malignant narcissist. I don't care about anybody but myself. And when people have lost their social security, yep. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, everybody's all bitching, oh, Biden's too old. And look, basically, like I said, a vote for Trump was a vote for Vance. So hope y'all like Vance. It is a cult. It is. And it's gone way backwards they're not even the Republicans anymore. That's what I'm saying. They don't realize. I know. That's why I said I feel like he's like one of those cult members in a church that gets everybody to drink the poison, and everybody does it, and they just follow blindly. Like, that's how it feels. Or they're used to be in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, and they don't see it. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I think that there may be some, and that might be the whole Democrats thing. Fuck around and find out, people. You want to fuck around and find out? You want to have him, let you. I hate to say that. Elon even said we have to have things fall and go through a recession to rebuild it. And he wants his whole thing so that he can Elon wants to be involved so that he can push back regulations on all the stuff he wants to do, so you can chip people's brains and go to Mars and blow more things up and blow more cars up. Yep, fuck around and find out, man. Sucks that we have to go through it, but I'm just going to try to stay here in my little bubble and hope that we don't get quieted, because apparently he's going to go after the media, people that, he'll allow Fox, but he ain't going to allow the rest of them. Well, there's nothing wrong with gummies, girl. He did a lot of things. People don't Google all the things he passed. So that makes me like, the infrastructure bill and all of that, like he passed so many things, and people don't research to see all the good that Biden has done. I don't know. It exploded. I did see a rocket explode in one of my Autowrites, but I wasn't sure if anybody was on it or not. I'd have to go back. I think Trump's the Antichrist, honestly, but it is possible. There's more than one Antichrist, anyways. But I mean, he can't run anything because he's not a citizen. So unless he changes that somehow. I've been saying that for years, Tracy. I pulled the Antichrist card. I mean, my rods did this whole thing, but of course my rods haven't been completely accurate, but still, I've always said that. I always see them with devil horns, so. I know. Sometimes people have to learn the hard way, unfortunately. When you try to tell your kids something and they don't listen, but they have to go through the lesson themselves, then it's kind of like that, No, I haven't done anything on him. I got sick. I had so many things I wanted to do and I got sick. I actually need to do a lot of cases too. I got to get back to work because no, I didn't. I heard about it. I mean, we expected it, so it's not a surprise. He doesn't think he did anything, so therefore he doesn't think they did anything. That's what I'm saying. He is the greatest legislative president, and people don't see that. They're not happy. That's what irritates me. People are never happy. He could pass all these things that help so many people, and still they're not happy. They want something different. They want something better because they totally forget about the past. They have amnesia about what Trump put us through. He passed so many legislations and did so many good things and helped bring us back to where we need to be. Yes, things got more expensive because that's how economics work. You can't be put into a recession and expect things to not get expensive in order to fix that. And he fixed it in record time. Doesn't mean things will always be that way, but now our economy is still fragile and you're bringing somebody in that doesn't know shit about the economy. So expect for it all that work to be undone. But he did a lot of things to try to protect us from this madman. So, you know, I wish Biden was younger and he could stay. Unfortunately, I don't think Biden could have done much more as far as like, I think he's just too old at this point. I see him like struggling a little bit with his thoughts, and unfortunately, I don't think he could have done it again, but he was the best legislative president, and people can Google that and find out, he made a lot of changes, but a lot of people, they sit there and talk about what about his daughter's diary and blah, blah, blah. All that I know is the daughter came out and said that was all a misunderstanding. It was totally taken the wrong way. I don't know. Who knows? But she could have said it right then. She's a social worker. So sometimes words and things can be misconstrued and people want to flip it and turn it and twist it. I know from my own experience. Hello. I've said that. I just said that earlier, Courtney. He loves the uneducated. Exactly. Why do you think you see a lot of his followers are like that? I'm not trying to be judgmental, but he's got all these Proud Boys and shit. Yep, and that's all they do is watch Fox News too. Well, that's what I'm saying. Trump always takes credit for everything. So Trump took credit for Obama's economy. Obama took 4 years to build the economy, or was it 4 years or 8 years? I can't remember. Was he in for 4 or 8? I can't remember because I was in politics back then. But he took all that time to build the economy. Then Trump comes in on a great economy, throws it in the fucking trash, but everybody says, oh, he did wonderful. Then Biden has to come in and save us from, remember when there's no toilet paper on the shelves? Remember there's no paper towels on the shelves? Remember when everybody was in the hospital? Remember when we lost all those lives? Remember when he thought it was a fucking joke? When he should have just shut things down to begin with to keep it from spreading and not say it was a joke and not have people gathering? And, I'm not saying that he's completely responsible because, things are going to spread and stuff, but he still mishandled that. And then he crashed our economy to 9%. It's never been that high since like the fucking Great Depression. Biden had to come in with a mess, him and Kamala both. And they've done a damn good job in 4 years cleaning that up. And then now he's going to take credit for everything that Biden did because people don't research and know and understand everything that Biden did when he was president. They just think about how high this was and how high that was, forgetting the reason why it was high. Exactly. He is so unprofessional and incompetent. Like, he just rambles and rambles and rambles about nothing. I didn't. I mean, I connected. I think she was coming in, when I was doing all the crime stuff and stuff. Like, but I think we talked about in one of the readings, like I saw her pushed. So, I mean, and then the rod said. So, I mean, we kind of all know she was getting ready to come out with like a book. She knows. She knew a lot. Well, I thought that Helix Fire because I've said that in many of my readings that I felt like it was a huge sting operation, but what throws me is him getting into the presidency. I thought they would have it taken care of by now, but like I said months ago, I think they want them to, like, you give enough rope, you hang it, him bringing all of the people that he's got involved with him and doing all these things to break the law. Like, they need a lot, right? So I've kind of felt that this is like a setup, like they allowed him to do this so that they could get him and all his cronies at once. I've said that, but as things continue to happen and he's president, it's like, what? Like, why did I get all of that? But yeah, that all came in the readings for sure. What are you doing, baby? And my fish is fine. He's just over there because my electric is messed up on this side. So I know if people are asking. Yep, Cheyenne, stop. And he pardoned a bunch of the most people ever last time he was president too. People don't. And then you have people come on my comments and say, well, I think pardoning means that they're guilty. And you're like, do you realize why he's pardoning? He's pardoning the J6 committee because Trump threatened to go after him. Not because they did anything wrong, but because they were part of the J6 committee. They were trying to get Trump for what he did. So that's why he pardoned him so he couldn't come after him. Same reason he pardoned Hunter. And then you have that coming out that the FBI agent lied to get Hunter arrested, and nobody talks about that. And I'm so sure all these people that were talking shit wouldn't want to protect their child. He is. He's been in politics for a long time. Don't rub on the thing. And that's the other thing too. You can't blame the government for what the companies do. They marked up everything because of COVID and stuff. You're right. So raising prices is at a company level, not a government level. Government doesn't do that. The companies do that. I hope so. I mean, that's been coming in the reading, but I keep thinking, oh, my readings are fucking wrong. Okay, I thought it was 8. So he built that economy for 8 years. I thought it was, because I was like, 4 didn't seem right. I can't remember yesterday, guys. Seriously. I know, exactly. He's the one that wanted it banned in the first place. All kinds of videos out there of that. Yep. Exactly. And I get so mad at people that throw Biden under the bus and say this, that, and this. And lately I've just been like, oh, Biden and Harris did this. Oh, Biden and Harris did that. Well, you're ignoring all the things that Trump has done. Like, I'm just like, I'm done with the propaganda of it. I'm not saying that they're perfect. They have made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Also, we are not sitting in the White House to know what things need to be done or what kind of decisions need to be made. That's why they're president. We're not, like, we don't know the whole story and the whole background of everything and why people make certain decisions that they do. Exactly. We need somebody young that's of integrity. That's why I wonder if I was seeing like 2 different people. I don't know who the other person. I kept thinking of like Andy when I was seeing that dude, but I don't know. Oh, we just have to wait and see, I guess. No, I agree. Like I said, that's all come in the readings, but it's like we'll just have to wait back and see, because I didn't think he'd be. The rods kept saying he wasn't going to be president. I mean, maybe he's not going to stay president. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know. But that's why I always say the rods aren't 100% either. So, yep. Yep, he sure did. He always takes credit for Obama's stuff, for all the other people like Obama's and Biden's, he's going to take credit for it all, because he was already taking credit for the ceasefire. Everybody was already saying, oh yeah, because he threatened them, so now they're going to do a ceasefire. Biden's been working on that since last year. Like, seriously. I think so too. I've been saying that with the readings, but I mean, like I said, we're just gonna have to wait and see, because I don't know. It's funny that you know who Neo is. Yeah, him and Ezekiel always making themselves known, huh? And then you have people talk crap about Obama, say he's in the sex trafficking and all that kind of stuff, like, you know, AQAnon stuff. Not saying that there's not any kind of conspiracies, but come on. Then you see him try to politicize the fires, and how they said California didn't deserve the help, didn't need the help. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I know. Neil likes Everett. Neil always has to make an appearance. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I've got war and civil unrest all in the Autowrites. Like, I honestly have been afraid to tap into the Autowrites. I have. This year's gonna be fucking chaotic, and the last time I did it, I had so much anxiety, and things were coming so fast. It was hard to understand, and I don't know. I've been dreading it, so it's kind of one reason I haven't done it. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I keep going back to that dream I have where the bus goes off into the water, and it's like, it says Trump on it. So I don't know if it's like symbolic of like the bus goes off into the water. You know what I mean? Like a symbolic thing. Like, I don't know. Um oh fuck. I know. Exactly. Like, he did a lot of things. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how people don't see, like, compare. And I always say, like, tell me what Trump did to these Trumpers. Like, tell me what he did. Tell me what he did for anybody. Now take his record and compare it to Biden. Like, show me. It's sad that a president can do so much and just I don't know. I've never seen the craziness over Trump that I see, like, people standing up for him and condoning what he does and making excuses for what he does and gaslighting everybody. It's crazy. It's like, it's one big cult of like those people that drink the Kool-Aid that end up killing themselves. That's like the symbolism I keep getting. Like, those preachers that can talk you into doing anything, and that, people are just brainwashed. I don't know. It's almost like a mind controlling thing, which makes sense because in the reading I kept getting like he hypnotizes, and then a psychologist says the same thing. So and I think that the people that are higher vibration and that have open eyes and open mind don't get brainwashed. You know what I mean? Exactly. Big companies price gouge, and people want to blame it on the government. I hope it is, because I've been saying it was a trap. So I hope you're right. I hope the readings are right. Like I said, I'm just waiting to see. We're just waiting for things to happen. Just waiting. So I always felt that earlier than that, I think April, something, I'm telling you, that podium scene is something that repeats. It hasn't changed. And the fact that a near-death experience person saw it from the other side and already predicted when the assassination was going to happen, I literally like I can't shake it. April always has been like a strong month for some reason. But anyways, I know, because the military doesn't respect him. And I'm telling you, he wants to use the military to go after people. They're not going to do it. Oh, he wore purple today. Yeah, the vision is red tie, and I don't think it's red striped. I think it's all red. Red tie, blue suit, podium. So I don't know. But it's gonna look like a heart attack, but I don't think I've been saying for a long time. I've been seeing the needle with the poison in it for like weeks. I was seeing that back last year. So no, I don't know. But I've been saying, I mean, I'm with you, Helix Fire. I've been saying it was a setup. I've been saying this like one big psych op, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he's not even like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he shouldn't even be president. He has no, he never had any experience to be president in the first place. That's like me being like, hey, I'm going to run for president one day, although I've never held office. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I mean, unfortunately, it probably needs to get worse for these people to see it. Yeah, well, let's try not to think like that, huh? Well, she's saying because my vision is he's wearing a red tie when he stumbles back and he's got a blue suit. He was wearing a purple tie today. So that's why she's saying it wasn't the day for it. That's all, cuz it didn't match my vision, cuz when I see the vision I can describe what he's wearing. It's blue with red tie, and I don't think it's a striped tie, it's a literal red tie. So blue suit, red tie, and it looks like the navy blue or whatever. And then stumbling back from the podium. So time will tell. Yep, that's all we can do. I mean, things are going to happen as they're going to happen, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm so sure somebody probably made him wear that purple tie then. I'm going to have to get off here, guys. Geez, I've been on here for almost 3 hours. I know. Yeah, you don't need them anyways. You know, unfortunately, we can't change anything. Yeah, I mean, I've been having earthquake stuff going on for years, but I had that vision in 2019 of the fire. I said fires were going to ravage LA and SoCal and all down there, and I didn't put a video because I was like, it was just a random one that I wrote down that I kind of just like put out there and just like left it. It was 2019, and now we're in 2025, 19, 20, 22. So 5 years ago, I got it, and I need to be better at putting that out, I think, fortunately. But yeah, and a lot of people, all the Republicans were saying we're not going to help we're not going to help LA. LA doesn't need help. But Biden signed a bill, so he can shut up. He did get arrested, and people forget that too. How he shared all of our secrets and golfed. People paid for him to golf and live in Mar-a-Lago. So, yep. He just has a lot of luck in his chart, but karma will eventually turn the wheel. The wheel of karma will eventually go. I think that's what the will card was about today. I've talked about it millions of times. He's wearing a blue suit. He has a red tie. He holds his chest. He stumbles back from the podium. That's it. And it's at a rally or speaking or wherever he's at, and that's it. And there is somebody that had a near-death experience that I posted on the community page. You'd have to scroll it. He saw the same exact vision as I did. So that's why I'm like, okay, what I'm seeing is probably accurate because this person saw it from the other side. So that's what I saw. Somebody. Yeah, Nostradamus said that he would bring on World War III. And I said, you guys, I posted that Nostradamus thing. So the trumpet. Yep. Just look up the trumpet if anybody wants to know about that. And I was like, I need to take that vision and like put it as a video because I really think it's going to happen. Not like I want it to wish, not like I want to wish it to happen or anything, regardless, but But remember, we're still in Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto and Aquarius brings light to everything that is corrupt. It is a revolutionary period. So remember that. We're not, this energy doesn't fit well with Pluto and Aquarius. Well, I mean, it's not over yet. I mean, even though he's president, things can still be done. So time will tell. He is the most unqualified candidate. That's because he deflects everything. Everything that he says is like there's truth. You know what I mean? About himself. Yeah, I haven't even been on. I was doing other stuff. Exactly. Yeah. He is worse than Trump. He is just as bad or worse than Trump. That's what I'm saying. People voted actually for Vance. If they ever thought a 79-year-old in his condition would have ever made it 4 years, I mean, come on. Once he's in, they don't need him anymore. Presidential historians, in a new survey, ranked U.S. President Biden as the 14th best president in the U.S. history, but put former president the last at 154. That's funny. That's funny. Yep. And Greenland, right? And he wants the Gulf of America now. So yeah, it is a revolutionary period. This energy doesn't fit very well. So it does unveil corruption. So we just have to let it. The thing that sucks is it was in Capricorn when there was an election, and that's what I was worried about. And I said in some of my readings before, I was like, I don't know why I keep seeing Kamala, because we're literally in Pluto and Capricorn, and that's the old card. So I was like, I don't know. And me and Carly were talking about, we're like, we don't know how, like, my visions with Kamala could be right because he fits the old card, and that's when the election was taking place, unless it would be delayed, which it wasn't. So yeah, I should have known at that point, but I didn't. I kept seeing her, so I don't know. It went good. My prescription is a little too strong, so my eyes have gotten a little bit better, so I had to get a new prescription. And then she gave me some eye drops that tend to be working pretty good, or told me which eye drops to use. And there's different kinds. There's a nighttime ointment I need to find that she suggested, but the other ones are working pretty good. That I'm definitely not as bad as I was with it. So hopefully it'll get better. And Everybody says I put them to sleep. I don't get it, but good night. Everybody says I have a soothing voice. I guess that's a good thing. Don't want it to be like nails on the chalkboard, right? He's always as high as a kite. It's nothing new. Exactly. He's awful. So I don't know. You're welcome. Yep, definitely. Ah, well, that's good to know. I'm glad. Because sometimes I get a little irate. I'm not going in the kitchen for nobody. I'll be single. Good luck getting me there. Manhandle Underwood by pulling her into him and planting a kiss on her face. Gross. Ew. She was at the inauguration? I thought she wasn't going to go. Ugh. Why was she there? He is. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He kind of wants his own cult too. He just wants to have all these baby mamas and kids living in a compound. It's weird. Why would she sing at his inauguration? I thought she didn't like him. That's weird. I would have totally turned that down. I would never do that. Doesn't matter the amount of money. It kind of makes me think different of her because she is so against Trump, but yet she performs at his inauguration. Yeah. Oh, wait. Am I thinking of someone else? Who's the one that doesn't like him? I thought that was Carrie Underwood. I might be thinking of somebody else. Taylor Swift. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Yep, you're right. I didn't know Underwood was a fan. Well, now my whole thoughts change about her. Yeah, Taylor Swift. Sorry, I had them confused. They're both blonde. I don't know. Okay. Yes, I'm thinking of Taylor. Yes. Sometimes my brain doesn't work with people's names. Like, I don't know a lot about celebrities. So, yes, sorry. Apologize for that. Ill, though. I can't believe she is. That's gross. Ugh. I didn't know that about her. Well. Oh, man. I mean, he's a cheater and she sings a song about cheating. I didn't even know that, dude. I didn't even know that about her. So, yeah, my whole thoughts changed now. Yeah, apparently. Who had the upside down Bible? Trump did the upside down Bible again? Oh, shoot. What did I do? What the fuck? Carrie Underwood opened up on my thing. I didn't even open that. Get out of here. I don't like you anymore. Really? I thought Snoop didn't like him. I remember Snoop talking all kinds of crap. Oh, man. Well, he didn't put his hand on the Bible, I heard, though, and he wasn't praying. Oh, my God. How much are these guys being paid, huh? That's what I'm saying. And he's a cheater in more ways than one. I can't believe that about Snoop. That makes me sad too. Well, you know you ain't gonna see Eminem there. He didn't, and I guess he was looking around when everybody was praying too. Yeah, because wasn't he like totally against him at some point? Well, how was he sworn in if he didn't put his hand on the Bible? Isn't that not an oath? What are you talking about? Fake my powers? I don't fake anything. You must be new here. I don't know whether to ban you, kick you, not. Because for one, I don't take respect. I don't take disrespect on saying that I fake my powers. I've been doing this for 12 years. Hundreds and thousands of people I've helped. Not hundreds of thousands of people, but hundreds of people I've helped. A lot of my stuff, you obviously haven't watched any of my videos. So I don't know, that's kind of like a slap in the face. But yet, you don't like Trump, so. But I don't fake anything. And you even know what a cold and hot readings are? Like, that's reading people's like body language and making shit up. I actually predict stuff that's happened that's not hot and cold reading. I know exactly. Oh, you're welcome. Well, you obviously don't know me. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about that. Are you serious? Yeah, what power? It'd be cool if I had powers. I mean, I don't look at it as a power. I look at it as a gift. So, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't take the bait. It's just sometimes good to. It makes me feel good to get things off my chest, right? It's not giving me energy. It just, if you're an Aquarius, you have to like, unless you're an Aquarius, you don't understand. Like, if someone talks shit to you sometimes, or they disrespect you by disrespecting your gifts, sometimes you have to say how you feel and get it off your chest, or it will rage in your mind, right? So anybody that's new here, you have to understand that about me is sometimes I ignore it and I'll block it, but sometimes I feel like I want to say something about it and defend myself, because for one, I have every right to defend myself, and for two, I feel like I have to get it off my brain, otherwise I'll be messaging Tracy and being like, you know what that fucking bitch did. Aquarius, we will literally go over and over and over. Like, I should have said that, I should have done that, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. And I'm a double Aquarius with my Mercury in Aquarius. So there's lots of Aquarius there. And Libra. So I have a lot of air in my chart. So, everything's on the mind. So sometimes I do have to make my point. And I think it's important for us to stand up for ourselves. There's so many times I didn't stand up for myself that I grew as a person. And now I feel like I want to stand up for myself. And I have every right to do that. So, sometimes I feel like I just got to say things. Yes, I actually have a rabbit. He's the sweetest thing. Yeah, I heard it wasn't like but I thought, like, a lot of the ex-presidents and stuff weren't going, and then they went. We're all like rabbits down rabbit holes sometimes. My brain's totally air-brained. Yes. Well, it's an air quality too, right? Since my Libra is my moon, so my emotions are also. So I have to say it sometimes, you know. If I don't say it, it'll drive me crazy. And people are always like, "Don't give it the energy." I'm like, sometimes I feel like I want to give it the energy. It feels better to get it off my chest. You know what I mean? No, I heard they were going to skip the inauguration. Like, Obama's wife wasn't going to go either. Did they go? Congress wasn't allowed to go to the inauguration? I never heard that before. Michelle Obama. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, at least she stuck to her guns. um, does your couch have pillows on it? Or I keep getting something with like pillows and like it's stuffed. Like, I don't know. That's kind of random and weird, but. I don't know. I hope you're right. I hope this has been like a setup this whole time, but who knows at this point. That's crazy. Huh. Yeah, but there wasn't even that much. I mean, it's not like he had millions of people there. Apparently, I heard there wasn't very many people there. I just wish we could have another good president. I don't know why we have to be the joke of everything and have this bumbling 79-year-old man criminal. Oh, it makes sense. Okay, yeah, go look and then let me know if you find it. It's almost like, I don't know if it's like couch cushions or pillows. I feel like it's like stuffed. I don't know if that makes sense. Well, he always leaves them in the cold. He ran off and left them at how many rallies out in the cold? Corey Smith. Well, I heard that the cusp isn't really a legit thing, from what Carly said, but it's like you're either kind of one or the other. She said it was like a misnomer, but I don't know. Because I've heard both things. I've heard yes, there's a cusp, and she says there isn't, so I don't know. She's been doing astrology a long time. I think it depends on when you're, like, what time you're born. 5K? It's interesting too. The three that I always watch, their astrology, Cosmic Owl, and what is her name? Something Aquarius. Anyways, I haven't watched their last one, but their thing was Phoenix rising out of the ashes. So I thought that was interesting because of that card we got today. Oh, 111 in live. Yep, he is a grifter. Now that's a real grifter. Yeah, probably. Yep. Trump stakes didn't last very long. That's true. I mean, that card came up so much when we did those readings. Yep. Just like he was suing that guy over calling him a rapist instead of a sexual assaultist, and it's like, you went ahead and you could have won that because even the judge called him that, but you went ahead and folded and paid him off. No. Well, we're all here. Can he dismantle it though? I mean, sometimes you can put stuff in there to not dismantle it. I didn't watch it either. I won't watch it. Fuck no. I only saw what was said, like with the clips. That's the most I watched of it. I couldn't even handle to watch that. Like the ramblings of an idiot. Well, thanks for validating that. Yeah, that's what she told me too. I always hear people say cusp, and I'm like, it's not. I think it depends on what time you're born. Yep. Well, we've been hearing that for a long time. Article 5. Maybe they have to get to a certain point. Ugh, I hate that. Yeah. Well, and it's good to stay away from that. Like the village people. I don't know. I can't handle it. I can't handle the stupidity. I can't handle the stupidity. And I was getting all riled up today by like just more stupidity of what people were saying and oh how the world's going to be so much better and all this, and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, not." That's cool. That's cool that they did that. I'm glad that they did that. And they probably boycotted the I didn't know that was going on or I would have watched that, but that's awesome. I don't know. I just have to trust my readings and just wait and see how it pans out. I don't know. Because the more I try to figure it out, the more I'm like, I don't get it. Goats in pajamas? Really? I didn't know that was going on. Huh. That's cool that they did that, though. I can't either, especially like, oh my gosh, he was just rambling before he admitted to rigging the election. Just the ramble was out of control about stuff like the Olympics and stuff. Like, what? This is special Pokemons are. Oh God! News for you: Trump announces. What do you say? Where'd it go? Trump announces Dodge Advisory Group attracting instant lawsuits. Maybe they just want to sue the hell out of him. President Trump discovers letter from former Biden in desk. Wait, what? Trump officials to receive secret briefing on super agent AI breakthrough. What? Weird shit happening. President Trump was signing a flurry of executive orders from the Resolute desk of the Oval Office of the White House as the now 47th president of the United States discovered a letter as his predecessor inside one of the desk drawers with the help of a Fox News reporter. Trump was in the process of signing one of many executive orders on Monday after returning to the White House, and Fox News Peter Dorsey asked if Biden left him a letter. He may have. Don't they leave it in the desk? I don't know. Trump told Ducey before discovering a white envelope with the number 47 written on it. Thank you, Peter. It could have been years before we found this thing. Yeah, because you're an idiot. Trump then teased everyone in the room, suggesting they all read the letter together before pulling back the reins. Well, maybe... Excuse you. Well, maybe I'll read it first and make determination, said President. Yeah, he's want to be embarrassed, said the president once again, thanking the White House correspondent. Okay, Violet, hold on. White House correspondent. Happy to help with the passing of the torch, Dorsey said. Trump then asked if he left one for Biden, and he said left one in the desk just like Biden. Trump was asked if he left one for Biden, and he said he left one in the desk just like Biden. What an idiot. How's he supposed to get it? In leaving the letter for Trump, Biden kept with the now 36-year tradition of the departing commander-in-chief writing a note to the incoming president. As he left the White House in 1989 after 2 terms in office, President Ronald Reagan started the tradition, leaving a note to his successor, George W.H. Bush, who also happened to be his vice president. 4 years later, despite losing... I want to know what the letter said. That's what I was reading this for. I thought it was going to show me. Nope, it doesn't. Darn it. Pizza sound good. Pizza sounds good. That's what I've been saying. He wants to call it Gulf of America. He's so stupid. Trump's letter probably. I'm gonna have to get off here. I need to go get the dogs in. It's too cold outside. This fucking asshole. Sorry. President Trump has revoked dozens of executive orders. I thought Biden made it to where he couldn't like touch the executive orders. You would think he would be able to make it so they can't do anything about it. He revoked dozens of executive orders put into place by his predecessor Joe Biden, implementing a federal hiring freeze and ordered government workers back to the office as part of the first tranche of official actions. Yeah, let's fire people as my first actions. Trump reviewed the moves following the indoor parade procession at the Capital One Arena in Washington after the inaugural address, in which he vowed a dramatic overhaul of the federal government. I'll revoke nearly 80 destructive and radical executive actions of the previous administration, one of the worst administrations in history. Yeah, okay, Trump said. The 78 Biden executive orders rescinded included an order setting a goal for half of U.S. vehicles sold in 2030 to be zero emissions. The creation of the panel reunite migrant families separated by the first Trump administration, and a recent move to remove Cuba's designation as a sponsor of terrorism. Okay, so he just took away migrant families being able to reunite. What a fucking dick. The immediate halt to all pending federal regulations is a standard move for the transfer of presidential dating back to Jimmy Carter. Blah, 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 blah. Freeze all will lift the agency soon. I thought that you would think Trump would have made it so he couldn't do that. Or, I mean, Biden would have made it so he couldn't do that, though. Well, he's already starting his wrecking ball. So, fuck. All right, MAGA. Yep. Disgusting. Oh, I was just reading what popped up on my computer. Probably because he is one. I thought it would be nice if it said gotcha. Well, that's what I've been doing. That's why you haven't seen me. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's not as cold here, but it's kind of cold. Wasn't even gonna stay on this long. I was only gonna stay on for a little bit. All right, guys, it's been fun. Balls haven't went off since we were talking about crime, though. But yeah, I'm trying to get caught up on everything. Thank you for being patient with me. If you could please like this live, before you leave out of here, I would appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for being patient with me. I've got a lot of cases I need to cover, a lot of things I need to do. And then I think I'm also going to, again, start another channel for animals. Tracy says it should be separate. So a lot of people do really well with that. It might help me make something better for my animals. So that's why I want to do it. So if you guys want to support that when I get that up and running, that would be awesome. I'm waiting for my camera because I got a vlogging camera. So waiting for my camera, and I'm also going to do more paranormal stuff with that too. So it'd be awesome if you guys that love animals, because not everybody that loves animals that's on the internet is going to love psychic stuff. So I guess I should kind of keep it separate. That doesn't mean sometimes I might not put them here if you guys want, but I'm going to try to get creative with it. They might have voices. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I want to do it. So and there's going to be a reveal there for you guys that want to go and see. So hopefully soon, and I'll let you guys know what the name of the channel is once I get it going. I've kind of been playing around with some ideas. I might ask ChatGPT and see if it comes up with anything better, but yeah. So thank you. It's good to see you guys. I miss you guys. You guys are like, my only social hour, and I can get on here and bitch about whatever I want. And you guys are bitching right along with me. So that's a good thing. But exactly. Well, a lot of those channels do really well. They not saying that mine will, but some of them have millions of followers, and they're able to upgrade things and stuff just from people watching. So I think that would be great. It's just an extra form of income that I would like to do, and something fun too, because not that I'm not going to quit this channel. I'm still going to do this, but it's just something extra when I don't have the energy to do this or whatever, kind of like help me pay for whatever. I just need to do better financially, and I think it's good to have that extra thing. So I appreciate that. So whoever likes animals, we'll be doing that. You don't have to, but I think it'll be fun. I hope. I'm going to try. Might be kind of bumpy and rocky at first, but we'll do the best we can. So I think it'll be cool. Yeah, it's good to see you guys too. Thank you for hanging out. Well, the paranormal stuff's gonna be here. So this is still the psychic medium channel, so my paranormal stuff will be here. Everything having to do with psychic medium stuff, my readings, crime, all of that. That'll still be here. Just the animals, I'm gonna make a separate channel. Doesn't mean I won't share them here with you guys, but sometimes people that say I want to grow my channel, if I want millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of followers, to help it be an extra form of income, not everybody's going to like psychic medium stuff. So, but a lot of people like animals. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of want to make it separate. I do too, Waterfall. I watch ton of animal videos to get ideas on how I kind of want to do it. So we'll see. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate your guys' support. And we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to try it. It'll be fun, right? It'll be fun. It'll be something different, something fun. It'll still be work, but so I'm not going to give this up. I'm still going to do this, but that's just something extra, that I want to put out there. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully. I'm going to try to get creative with it. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I see a lot of these people that have these channels, and they're able to do a lot more with their animals because, of the revenue they make from people watching. So I think that would be a great extra income. And I don't have to do, because what I tend to do is work myself to where I get sick. That's what happened. I worked myself too hard and I got sick. It's happened every year. I do too much. I get sick and then I have a hard time bouncing back because, you know, I've done too much because it's energetically draining. So, and there's some things I would just like, you know, and some of these animals that I have really need to be shared. They've really got great personalities. So we'll see how it goes. But all right, I'm going to hop off here, go take care of the babies. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I just thought you needed me today, or you needed to get on here and chat and feel a little bit better. I try to make a safe space for you guys. And I hope you had fun. And I know we kind of ramble about other stuff or whatever, but I try to just make it a place you guys can feel comfortable. So hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. And make sure you hit the like for me. Thanks.